the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARK for a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARK for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARK.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Back then, we'd spend nights in front of the boob tube. We'd take our same seats, smoke cigarettes, and watch until the station played. We all smoked in those days. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Monday here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. Later today, we will figure it out. We're going to decide. We're going to have a conference, a meeting, a conversation about how to give away a $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. We have that to give away this week in honor of the Kasai Christmas in July promotion they're doing, where basically if you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $20 bonus card, which is awesome. And of course, you can go to KasaiScottsdale.com for more information on that promotion. But we've got a $100 gift card to give away. So we're going to have some ideas and, think about how we want to do this, how we want to give it away. But before we go any further, I want to go ahead and congratulate all the Diamondbacks who made the 2022 Major League Baseball All-Star Game roster. Way to go, Joe. And that's it. It's not a surprise. I don't think we should be bitter about it. Joe, is it Mantiply? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, he's a pitcher, Mantiply. He's been probably the bright spot of this whole team. He's actually been something worth worth hanging on to. So,
well, and that's it. There's nobody else. Nobody else from the Diamondbacks even moved the needle. And many, many people across Major League Baseball are saying, all right, Joe Mantiply from the Diamondbacks. Who the hell is this guy? And, I agree. I have no idea. I mean,
you don't know who Joe Mantiply is?
I know now he's a reliever. That's all I know.
He's an all-star reserve is what he is.
He's reserve.
He's reserve. Yeah, he's not
in the all-stars.
But he is a relief pitcher. He's been used in spot starts throughout the season. He's had his opportunities to pitch, and he's pitched pretty well. He's done pretty good for the Diamondbacks. He hasn't blown too many things up for the team. But congratulations, Joe Mantiply. He just made the team and as a reserve, and we'll see what happens from there.
Did anybody get snubbed from the Diamondbacks, or was this
No.
this is the only guy who really? And we're surprised he's there, right?
Be honest, I'll be honest. I'm surprised he's there. But the collective bargaining agreement says one representative from every team.
Oh, so he's just the best of what's left.
Well, he is one of the best relievers in baseball right now. So he has earned his weight to be there. And since we have to have at least one guy from every team, why not send our best relief pitcher?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not as familiar with the All-Star. I hate all All-Star games, by the way, but I'm not as familiar. So what's this legacy thing? They have a legacy guys from American League and National League. They got Miguel Cabrera from the Tigers for the AL, and then for the NL, they got Albert Pujols. What's the legacy thing?
So the commissioner, I guess, with this new collective bargaining agreement that remember the work stoppage that we had. One of the things on this new CBA gave the commissioner, old Drunky Drunk there, Drunky McDrunk gets to have his say and name a couple of players of his choosing to the All-Star game. Now, I don't know why
you want to do that.
Guys. He named these guys. These are commissioner picks. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And a Cabrera.
Albert Pujols, who, look, the guy's probably going to end up in the Hall of Fame. He has a long record, but he's not doing anything this year, quite honestly, in my opinion. I mean, I respect Albert Pujols for what he's done for the game and how he's attributed to the game, but the guy's not even hitting. He's not even hitting 200.
Maybe it's just all the respect he has for him going this long without changing his last name.
Well, it could be, but Albert Pujols and then the Tiger. I can't think of his name now, but another good guy. He's actually worthy, I think, of being on the All-Star. Cabrera.
Cabrera's hitting around 300, so I agree too.
I mean, Cabrera, that's a good pick, but as far as Albert Pujols, it just name only. I hope he doesn't get in the game. He hasn't really done anything. I hate to see a guy who's on his way out, trying to hang on to his baseball career, not willing to give it up, not wanting to leave the game, and you go past you overstay your welcome. And that's what Albert Pujols, in my opinion, what does that mean? Nothing to anybody who really cares. But bottom line is Albert Pujols has overstayed his welcome in Major League Baseball. Should have retired probably 3-4 years ago.
Well, money, and I'd stay too for as long as they'd pay me. Fish Tank says Joe Mantiply, next pitcher be traded at the deadline. And Fed Fan says, "Oh dear, Diamondbacks, how far ye have fallen."
Yeah.
Well, they've sort of been there for a minute, right? So it's not. You mean since for like 20 years ago? I mean, I don't know. We'll talk more about the Diamondbacks later. Let's focus on the actual All-Stars. Any surprises of people who are not there? Is there somebody who didn't make it that you were like, wow, what the hell? Or is there somebody in there and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, not really. Because remember, there's a lot of fan involvement here and fans a lot of times. Every year we talk about quote unquote snubs. Guys, they get snubbed at the All-Star break that don't make the team that are having a wonderful year. And it happens again every year. I don't want to go into that this year. The fans picked who they want to pick. I don't believe in this snub thing. I think the guys who made it just had the fan votes. They're popular with the fans. That's who the fans want to see, including Shohei Ohtani. But him being named as a pitcher, I scratch my head at that. I'm sorry. He's not even one of the top 10. He's not even one of the top 10 pitchers, but he's named as the starter.
He's
the starting pitcher,
designated hitter, and as a pitcher, and nobody's ever done that before. Well, except for him.
Okay.
I'm kind of with Randy on this one. The DH I get. I mean, he's hitting pretty well, but the pitching thing is.
I mean, he's had a hot streak lately, but he's not even one of the top 10 pitchers in Major League Baseball in the American League. He's not even one of the top 10. If you look up his numbers, his win-loss, he's having an average season. He's in the middle of a hot streak right now where he's striking out a lot of guys and everybody. But for him to make it as a pitcher on the All-Star team, I'm sorry. I just shake my head. It's more of this. hyped thing that the baseball media has done for Shohei Ohtani. Okay, yeah, look, he's a unicorn and he's a wonderful player, and yeah, he pitches and he hits and he plays real well, and he runs fast and everything. It's just I don't like the hype. I'm sorry, and the media has made him into a superstar, and I don't know if it's worthy of being a superstar.
I'll give you one for a snub. Freddie Freeman.
That's a name that is popping up quite a bit here.
Yeah.
And Fish Tank just texted in, and he read my mind at the same time. Freddie Freeman getting snubbed, but I love it because he's a Dodger.
But again, you could go up and down the teams and say, well, this guy should have made it. I mean, if you're going to, but remember, you got to keep in mind the All-Star game is a fan voted exhibition game, and why it's in the middle of the season, it's only there because of tradition.
Okay.
I don't really like it in the middle of the season. I would like to see it at the end of the season or some other time rather than in the middle of a season that breaks it in two, where you've got all these teams that are in the pennant races or trying to make moves to win their pennant. And what if these I've seen it before. These guys go out to the All-Star game, they make complete asses of themselves and they get hurt. So
let me tell you my list of people who don't belong there. And you can just tell me if you agree or disagree. All right. I'll go very quickly. Here we go. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well,
they should not be. Let me finish. I've got a lot of names here. Let's see. Nestor Cortez, Garrett Cole, Clay Holmes. Hold on. Hold on. My eyes are scanning for more worthless people and names.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that about almost covers it. Yes, those guys don't belong there. Oh wait, there is more. Let's also Clayton Kershaw shouldn't be there. Tony Gonsolin shouldn't be there. And
he's only the best pitcher in baseball right
now.
But
hey! I didn't interrupt you in your list. Don't interrupt my list. And I think people are on my side on this. That's my list. Yeah, those guys don't deserve to be there. Sorry.
Aaron Judge absolutely deserves to be there. Giancarlo Stanton, not so much.
Wow, you like minor leaguers.
Aaron Judge is just ripping the cover off the ball. I know he is not your favorite guy because he plays for your hated Yankees.
Don't care. Yankee.
Gonsolin is the hottest pitcher right now in baseball, besides that McClanahan kid for Tampa Bay.
You get what you pay for.
Well, the bottom line is I would not agree with
Mookie
you.
Betts. He shouldn't be in there.
No, come on. Mookie Betts
should not be in there.
Good night. Just because they're Dodger or Yankee doesn't mean they shouldn't.
Are
be
they?
there.
Wow, I didn't even listen.
Didn't even know that, huh?
I didn't look at labels. I just saw some names of some guys who I didn't think belonged there.
That's amazing that you just you named off a bunch of Yankees and then a bunch of Dodgers. Yeah.
Did I mention Clay Holmes? That's right. There's another one. Clay Holmes. What teams he play for? Like the Blue Jays?
Why does Clay Holmes not belong there?
Bleep those guys. That's all I know. Fed Fan says, hey, Jeffrey, did you see July 10th was National Pina Colada Day? No, I didn't. And since that was yesterday, it's not even you're going to be a thing. You shouldn't play that when I say it. That shouldn't be a thing. But
that was our arrangement. I thought you said if you said it, I could play it.
No, but that was like 5 years ago. And I said, hey, wouldn't this be
that
funny?
long?
No, I didn't see that. I do know that today, more importantly, Fed Fan, is National Slurpee Day, free Slurpee Day, but it's not quite as cool as it used to be. Now you have to, use their cup. They used to let people bring in buckets, baby pools, so they're like, okay, that's enough. Now all you get is a free small Slurpee. I don't know if you can get refills or not, but that's the way it works. And to do that, you got to sign up for a loyalty program there at the 7-Eleven. And now there's some mystery flavor called What the Fanta, I guess. But whatever. It's 7-Eleven. If this matters to you, I'm sorry. Although, 7-Eleven, you know why they call it 7-Eleven? Keon, do you know the history?
I actually don't.
Well, in World War II, they were only allowed to be open from 7 a.m. To 11 p.m. because then they had to go dark because everybody was turning off their lights because we thought somebody was going to bomb the bleep out of us. And so then it was in the 60s before they were actually open 24 hours. So there you go. 7-Eleven.
Thanks for that. I learned a new thing.
And now you know.
Yeah, Fed Fan, you're right. She says Slurpee Day is far better. At least it used to be. Donnie says Jazz Chisholm and Goldie made an all-star team. Great job, Mike Hazen. Is that sarcasm from a
couple
Twins
of
fan?
couple of Diamondback cast-offs, as it were. Yeah. Mhm.
Berg says many players get snubbed. Idiot fans vote that don't know the sport. How great was it that Jeter scored the winning run for the beloved Red Sox to beat the terrible Yankees?
Yeah, Jeter. They're talking about Jeter. A kid was named after Derek Jeter. He plays for the Red Sox, and he scored the winning run to beat the Yankees, I believe, last night in Fenway.
So nice,
yeah.
nice. Thank you for that, Berg. I appreciate that. Because as you know, anytime the Red Sox play the Yankees, I'm a Red Sox fan. The rest of the time, All right. Well, if there's nothing else to talk about with the All-Star game, then we should probably move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be another. It's going to be in L.A. Dodger Stadium. It's going to be another. I mean, they've blown this thing up. It used to be really kind of cool. It used to be for the fans, and now it's just a. I don't even know. I'm so tired.
Dodger
I'm so over
Stadium is stupid, by the way. I told you the other day, the guy who would throw the nuts to people, and they're like, "No, you can't throw them anymore." And he's just like, "Oh, not this again," because they a couple of times in the past they took it away, and then they're like, "Okay, we'll give it back after the fans got mad." Well, now all of Dodger Stadium concession workers are saying we're going on strike here before the All-Star game if you don't give us what we need. And so who knows what the hell is going to happen with this now? But I guess they're saying 1,500 food and beverage workers at Dodger Stadium getting ready to strike at any time now, looking for a fair new union contract, which, by the way, I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying I love this is happening to the Dodgers.
I did not know that baseball concession workers had a union.
Oh, Randy, it's California. It's California. Never
aware of that.
Two things in life that you have to understand. Never tell a woman she's crazy, and two, never open a business in California. Those are two universal things you don't ever do, because in California, all the workers have all the power. And I'm not saying you want to go in there and be a douchebag, bad man business owner, but the good guys go in there and they get their asses handed to them by, a bunch of entitled little snots. I mean, there is a balance that needs to be had between business and the workers. Shouldn't abuse the workers, but you also shouldn't abuse the business that's just trying to, make some money and help everybody else have a living. It's the kind of thing that makes people not want to do business in California. I'm not saying that these workers are wrong either. I'm just saying, again, I love it's happening to the Dodgers. Mr. Pringle says Dodger Stadium concession workers may go on strike. Well, then you know what that means. BYOB. Well, as if people weren't already doing that.
Yeah.
Serious drinkers, first thing you do is you pregame, right? You pregame that son of a bitch. You show up a little bit. What? And the other thing is flask. I can't stress enough the importance of a good flask. Some people have, you see the guy hiking and he's all serious about hiking,
Camelback.
It's kind of like
Camelback.
Serious about those little fruity outfits the bikers wear. We talked about last week. Yes. The little Camel backpack with the little tube that comes up and they're like, I got to hydrate. And, well, you should have one of those filled with alcohol, any kind of alcohol, but fill that sumbitch with alcohol. How do you keep those cool though? I guess you can put an ice pack in there, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know. One of my sons that was in the military brought one home, and his younger brother, and I'm not going to say which one it was, whether it was number 3 or number 6, but one of his younger brothers took that to an event. Instead of putting water in it, he put alcoholic beverages in it, ruined the Camelback pack. And,
he ruined it. He seasoned it.
Well, he didn't season it. He didn't even clean it out. It ruined it. All the
you gotta clean it.
Well, he didn't clean it.
Oh,
so,
got moldy.
Yeah, ruined that for one of my sons. So we'll just leave that lay there and let that percolate for a while.
Well, it's on your other son for being dumb enough to loan it to him.
Yeah, well,
just saying.
Yeah, well,
or
just clean it.
Or what a jerk! Listen, if you borrow someone's car, you return it with a full tank of gas. If you borrow somebody's Camelback to put a bunch of alcohol in it, you rinse the thing out. It's not that hard to rinse something out. You put a water in there, shake it, and pour it out like that.
I concur with that. Yeah.
Well,
which is what I told both sons. I'm not getting in the middle of it. It's your problem. So
Well, they have both now learned a valuable lesson.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he at one point in his life, he stayed with me in my apartment for a couple of weeks back when I was doing stand up, and there was 2 weeks where his dog crapped everywhere. He got drunk and threw up. He just completely trashed my apartment, and then that was the longest 2 weeks of my life. And after that, I was like, I don't care what's happening. You are never staying with me again. Ever. We have both learned a valuable lesson here. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, Pringle. Get yourself a little backpack there and get going there. And that's hey, and then charge people $5. You want to hit on this? Give me your cup. $5. And here's another thing. Oh, this is very important. If you have the backpack with the alcohol in the thing, unzip it, put a 20 in there, zip it back up. So that way, when you go through security and they open it up, you're like, that's for you. It's what you say to the guy. And he's like, got it. He'll just, he'll pocket that 20 and you're in without any problems from security.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking.
That's smart.
Always thinking.
Gotta
Always
grease them
thinking,
palms,
Jeffco.
man. You gotta grease them palms.
Learning lots of stuff right now. Learned about 7-Eleven. Learned about what it takes to get into events with some drinks. Look,
it's a complete accident, but occasionally we all do learn something here. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Diamondbacks baseball tonight. They are opening up a road series in San Francisco against the Giants. Merrill Kelly against Alex Cobb, the pitching matchup. The Giants are favored in this evening's contest, paying out at -158, while the Diamondbacks pay out at +134. The over-under at 7.5 runs. That is tied for the second lowest run total in Major League Baseball tonight. The only other game in the National League West is the Rockies playing host to the Padres. Padres are considered -156 favorites. The Rockies pay out at +132. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for coming.
Are you kidding? I never miss one of your dinner parties. How's the new job?
Somehow we're doing great. And I stopped working weekends, thanks to how smooth everything runs on NetSuite by Oracle.
Fantastic. We're still using QuickBooks.
Why haven't you upgraded to NetSuite?
We're making QuickBooks work, sort of.
Watch your language. The kids are right there. Sorry, Amy. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. And 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control since upgrading from QuickBooks to NetSuite.
Yeah, sounds like it's time for me to switch to NetSuite. Over 31,000 businesses already use NetSuite. And for a limited time, NetSuite has extended their one-of-a-kind financing program offer to those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/radar. Head to netsuite.com/radar for this extended special financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/radar.
Baseball is in full swing.
See you later! Walk-off, 3-run home run.
And we've got the grand old game covered like an infield tarp.
How about that?
Who's hot? Who's not? We've got the latest news, score, highlights, and info from around the league all season long.
It's a camper and it'll go all the way to the wall.
We are your MLB hookup.
Looking up and it's gone, a home run.
Get all the games you can handle on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, and it's now time for 4 downs. No, wait, 4 quarters. No, can't do that. 4 innings with Keon Rose. That's right. It's going to be all about the baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Keon Rose.
Hold on. Gotta get my mic on. That might actually help me a little bit. So, four innings.
I can't. Is this on?
It is finally on. Hear you both.
Hello.
Thank
I
you.
should turn on the phantom power to see what happens.
So we got
Hold
4
on a
innings.
second. Randy, has anybody ever electrocuted themselves turning on the phantom power?
No.
Because there's always that button that says phantom power.
That's
And if I accidentally touch it, I'm like, oh my God, we're all going to die.
micro voltage. Very, 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 very low.
This is 48 volts. Sounds like a lot.
Micro.
Okay, so it's like the mixer's
Minuscule.
like, I got 48 volts, and in electric terms, it's called a micro penis. So the mixers are just lying to us. Okay, because I didn't want to kill people by hitting that button accidentally. But all right, sorry, Keon, go ahead. 4 innings on the Daily Blender.
No, didn't know today was going to be such an educational show for me. I'm learning all kinds of things.
Learning.
I know. Just
It's
knowledge.
enough voltage. It's enough voltage to run your microphone. That's all it is.
But why does it say 48 V? That's like enough to run a car or a house.
Just it's enough to power the little the innards of your microphone. That's all.
Good to know. And good to know it can't kill you, apparently.
No.
So we got 4 innings, and like our beloved Diamondbacks, I think every night that they go out and play, they pick 4 innings to be good. Which 4 innings? Who knows? So
I'm thinking our 4 innings will be bad.
I hope that our 4 innings are not bad, but you know,
we are much like the
keep some
Diamondbacks.
hope. We are going to roll to 4 quarters sooner rather than later. Because football season is very, very close. But let's get to our first inning.
All right.
The Diamondback All-Stars, all 1 of them, in Joe Mansupply. And we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but let's just kind of get back into it again. Worthy of being an All-Star or no, Joe Mansupply.
Do we still get to claim Paul Goldschmidt? Can we just do that? No?
I wish.
Okay. Well, like I said, I only ever saw Mantiply's name, and I never heard of him before the other day. I guess he pitches tonight, by the way, so I guess we can watch and see. Here's a bright spot for him. He was released by the Yankees, so he can't be all that bad. His record is, well, I printed it, but I can't even see it. SV away. What does that mean, Randy?
SV away.
Yeah. I printed this thing.
He's got here's his
1.
Well, here's his ERA.
His
Earned run average is 1.83.
No, it says 63 in the last few games.
Well, and maybe the last 60
yeah.
in the last few games. Yeah, but
his away whip is 0.77. I don't know what any of this is supposed to mean.
This season, his walks, hits, and innings pitched is 0.874, which is amazing. He's thrown 34 and a third innings, 34 strikeouts, 2 saves. He's pitched in 35 games. His ERA this season is 1.83. He's got a win and a loss, and his WAR wins against replacement is 1.1.
WAR,
which
what is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again. I'm going to say he is only on the fact that he was released by the Yankees. Randy, you say he's actually kind of amazing. So Randy and I both agree, yes, he is deserving of the honor, Keon.
I just love that the guy comes from he was drafted out of Virginia Polytechnic Institute at the University or State University of Virginia.
That's in a strip mall, you know.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure.
I can totally buy that. Just Joe Mantiply going to the strip mall.
Or if anybody actually looks into that university, they're going to find it's like, oh, it's part of Trump University. Okay, that's
just handing out fake degrees left and right, playing a little parking lot baseball because that's the other team shows up with the bus. That's what I imagine they're looking at. But yeah, no, Joe, I agree with both of you. Joe Mantiply, I think deserving of the honor, like Randy said, the low ERA, the low WHIP. The guy's been awesome this year in the 34, 35 games he's been involved in. I think that is certainly something that he should be proud of. And I saw him get the award, the honor, and dream come true when you're a kid. You imagine being in an All-Star game, so you get the chance to do it. Let's get to the second inning here. Because the Diamondbacks have given away a lot of talent over the years. As mentioned, Paul Goldschmidt comes up very often. I can't imagine why. So here we are in the season where teams are buying or selling, trying to figure out what moves that they can make to get to the postseason. The Diamondbacks are not going. So should the Diamondbacks be selling, or should they be trying to stand pat with what they have to carry that into next year? Is there anybody worth keeping to carry into next year?
Mantiply.
Well, Mantiply is a really good place to start. Yeah. But should they be selling?
Buy, build, but they won't.
That's a very succinct answer, but it feels very
What more
true.
do you want from me?
No.
What do you want from me?
No, your answer is your answer.
That's my answer.
I
don't need to explain. We all know how they're not buying, how they're not building, and they should be. Nothing is going to change. I don't know. What is it going to take to get them to build, buy, Randy?
Well, I'll be honest with you. There are a few moves that I think the Diamondbacks need to make where they can pick up some prospects and bring in and build that farm team. There are guys that I'd like to see them hang on to. I'd like to see them hang on to some of these young pitchers like Luke Weaver. Yeah, he's not having a great season, but he's still a young pitcher. I'd like to see him hang on to Carson Kelly, Alec Thomas. I'd like to see him hang on to that. I'd like to see him maybe give Joe Mantiply the opportunity to grow here. Zach Davies is another pitcher. But when it comes to this team where they're at right now, I think you could unload a David Peralta, you can unload a Ketel Marte, and you could build a team out of young prospects and free agency. Maybe get some guys in here that are not so old or so how can I say it respectfully? Because I really do respect Madison Bumgarner. I just don't think that it was a very good sign by this team to bring him in here. It was another Zach Greinke situation where you don't get a guy in the middle of his prime. You get a guy that's kind of on the back end or, just kind of falling down out of his prime and you expect him to come in and win. I mean, by the time we got him, Madison Bumgarner he'd have won 3 world championships and he was clearly on the decline. So I don't know what the pickup for him, but you get a kid like Merrill Kelly's another kid. I just think there are some really good parts here. I think I agree with Jeffrey. It might be time to part ways with Nick Ahmed, although I like him. He's a nice guy, but what has he done lately? How does he help this team? I know offensive or defensively, he's been solid, but this season, not so much. But you got to take the parts that you have and try to put something together. That includes bye-bye Torey Lovullo, bye-bye Mike Hazen. And you bring in some guys here that know how to build a team and make the team work. And since Mike Hazen's been here, quite honestly, I haven't seen this team be very productive. I've seen this team on the decline. I've seen this. It was Mike Hazen came in that shuffled Paul Goldschmidt off, and also we've made some questionable moves over the years. So I think that they are sellers, but I don't think they want to sell the entire house, if that makes any sense. I think there are some moves to be made at the deadline, but they've got to be smart moves. You got to get some prospects in here, some young players in here to help this team.
That's a great take, Randy. And to your point about selling off guys who are maybe over the hill, I think is probably the nicest way of saying that. Madison Bumgarner is a guy with 11 years of Major League Baseball experience.
Yeah, who's going to buy that?
32 years old. Look, like Bumgarner can, I think, give you something in spots, but we are using him like he's an ace. Bumgarner, at least started the season as the first guy in that pitching rotation. That just doesn't work. And again, 11 years of Major League experience of throwing the ball at high velocity. We're not getting the best of Madison Bumgarner right now, but could some team have Madison Bumgarner and use him as a reliever, use him in spots. Yeah, just the doesn't help the Diamondbacks because the Diamondbacks need a horse. They need a guy that they can go out there every day and use as somebody reliable. Dallas Keuchel's another dude, 34 years old. You just the pitching staff is old, for lack of a better way of saying it. They've got years on them.
Except for Mantiply, he's very young.
Or is he old? I don't know.
I mean, he's.
Does anybody even know his age?
He's 30. He's 31.
It's a mystery.
He's 31. He's right. He's right there, and he's having a good season. I think you hang on to him.
And he's a reliever, so he doesn't have the miles that the other two guys have because they're starters.
I mean, on this team, we've got some great young talent. Dalton Varsho, like I said, Alec Thomas, the kid from Tolleson, Rojas. You start building a team around some of these guys, and you bring in young talent, players that want to play. And you got to quit with the damn, everything's about the statistics. You got to quit it. You got to get some coaching and GMs in here that know how to use to walk the tightrope between the two. And sometimes you just can't go by, every time it's going to be this way, or more often than not, if you play a team this way, they're going to score X amount of. It just doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I'm sorry.
Fed fan wants us to play NSYNC. Bye. I'm sorry. I'm busy bringing sexy back. So no.
4-letter network is using that for their all-star promo.
So we will never play that.
Good Lord.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Let's move on to third inning before we get completely sidetracked on the list of songs we will never play on the blender. I imagine it is a pretty lengthy list, which includes every country song ever made for starters. That was just off the top of my head.
That's a given.
So let's just get to third inning here because we're coming up on the All-Star break. So we had some preseason World Series picks. Let's check in on that.
Check the dump delay because I'm about to call you some names for this.
Oh boy,
call me some names or him?
No, me. Why?
Whose team is worse right now? Mine or yours, Randy? I feel like this is going bad for everybody but Keon, and that's the reason he's even bringing it up right now. Just to shame us.
I don't know about that because I picked the Dodgers. The Dodgers are currently in first place.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you picked the Dodgers.
Keon's team, the Blue Jays they're in fourth place in the American League East.
All right, then all my swear words are going to be for you, Randy. But
for me.
So I said the White Sox at the beginning of the year, and so far, how's it going? Not great. Slow starters this season. It could hit their stride soon, like you say. After the All-Star break, could get streaky, could start kicking some butt, right? They're only 7 games back from the Twins. Problem is they're 20 back from the damn Yankees. They don't need to catch up 21 games, though. They only need 8. So still some hope, but not as much as I had at the beginning of the season. So
they just got to get into the tournament. They got to win a wild card.
That's what I'm saying, but it doesn't look good.
And the Twins are having an amazing year. And I thought the Twins were going to have a great year. They had one the year before last, and they had a little down season. It was a surprise to me. I don't know about you, Keon, but the Cleveland Guardians, they're having an amazing year. They're having an amazing year. I mean, they're in second place in the American League Central.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it as much as anybody because when you look at that roster on paper, they should not be anywhere where they are right now. They've certainly surprised me. My Blue Jays, that was my World Series pick. Not doing so great. Maybe in another division, they'd be doing a whole lot better. But they are fourth place right now. They are losers of 9 of their last 10 games.
Fourth place in division, right?
Fourth place in division, yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The Blue Jays and the White Sox, they're just like mirror images.
Yeah, they really are. And with the Blue Jays too, the bad luck is starting to catch up with them. They had the issue the other day where Vlad Guerrero was on first base, had his foot on the bag, got the throw from the pitcher. Ball goes through his glove. The webbing in the glove, something happened. Ball goes through the glove.
I loved it.
And then it happened again. Ball goes through the glove again. So
what is he doing to his gloves, Randy? What is he doing that would cause that? Is it something he's putting on it to oil it up, grease it up that's doing that? Or is he just picking is he going in there getting the great value brand from Walmart? I'll buy that glove.
If it's going through the glove, he might have a problem with the webbing of his glove. He might have some of the lacing torn out.
Gloves in a row. This isn't like an old glove he just loves so much, is it? Did he repair? Is this the same glove repaired?
No, it's a new glove.
It's a new glove.
Ball players are weird about their gloves. You usually have like a gamer, and then you've got one that you're kind of breaking in to be a replacement. But Yeah, if it's going through the webbing, they might want to tighten the webbing up. The lacing around the webbing, sometimes it's all leather, so it stretches out and the ball can sneak through there sometimes. It just depends on what kind of a glove he's got. So there you go.
Yeah, Charlie Montoya, the Blue Jays skipper, said he'd never seen anything like that in his life, where a guy has the ball go through the webbing, he replaces it, and the ball goes through the webbing again. Almost no one had ever seen anything like that. So that's deeply unfortunate for the Blue Jays, and kind of just indicative of what they've looked like the last 10 to 15 games. They've just been falling apart fast.
So basically, Randy chased chalk on Dodgers. You and I stepped out and made brave calls at the beginning of the season.
I chased chalk.
And honestly, neither of us
Dodgers
are.
or Yankees is just like an easy call, isn't it?
Is it though?
I mean, the Dodgers, the Dodgers were there.
The season's not over. The Dodgers they're right now. They're up but they're only up like 8 games over the Padres. That's nothing. So the Padres could get hot and they could win the West.
All right. So at this point, like in the real world of baseball, well, this is going longer than it should. So we're going to take a break and come back and have our 4th inning with Keon Rose after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Come on, we're going to be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much, and after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs. You're going to need it.
Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere at 1580thefanatic.com. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Stay Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we're in the middle of 4 innings with Keon Rose, and I realized that we talked about our horrible picks, Keon and I, but we didn't give a whole lot of time for Randy to talk about his chalk chasing love for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah,
so
well, you know me. Yeah.
You want to go ahead and tell us, since we're coming up on the All-Star break, let's check in. How's your World Series pick doing?
Pretty damn good, actually. Yeah, they're 9-1 in their last 10 games.
Great. Moving on. Do we really want to talk about the Dodgers?
56 and 29. I mean, clearly they're the class of the National League right now. The damn Mets, they can't get out of their own ways. However, I will say I give this to the Mets. They're getting Max Scherzer back, and they're also getting the other guy that throws 117 miles an hour. What's his name? DeGrom, Jacob DeGrom. Looks like those two guys are coming back. I think Scherzer's throwing tonight. I think DeGrom comes back later this week. So that should be a shot in the arm for the Amazons as they enter the second half of the season. If they can stay healthy, I mean, who knows? And look at the Braves, by the way, you guys. The Braves are 8-2 in their last 10. They are right there on the doorstep of the Mets in the NL East.
Well, thanks for ruining that by saying nice things about the Mets. I've never rooted so hard for the Braves in my life. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, fourth inning.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot. You don't like the Mets.
I do not like the Mets. No,
I don't mind the Mets. I hate the Yankees and Dodgers, and I'm just still over him talking about the Dodgers.
It's going to be.
It's fine, Randy, because I know you're probably right. You know baseball better than anybody I know, and you've got credibility to spare. But since I hate the Dodgers, I have to come at you when you do that.
I get it.
And to be fair to Randy, when he picked the Dodgers, he was not happy to do it. It was just an unfortunate.
Oh, I bet he's happy now.
Look,
I'm not happy now.
Being right's a good feeling, but I just think that
to feel good, Randy.
I picked the Dodgers, but I still have a dark horse in this race that I haven't talked about, and we'll have to wait and see how it shakes out.
Wait, tell us your dark horse. I want to hear the dark horse.
St. Louis Cardinals. I like the Cardinals. I've liked them since preseason, and I think the Cardinals are going to be a team to be reckoned with. I think they'll probably get in through the wild card door. But I think the St. Louis Cardinals are a team to keep your eyeballs on.
That's respectable.
They could go wild card, but they're also just 2.5 games back of the Milwaukee Brewers in that division. So, keep an eye on the Cardinals. So let's get to the fourth inning here, and it's another Diamondbacks question.
God damn it!
It's well,
why are you doing this to us?
This might not be a miserable question. I don't know. Are the Diamondbacks doing better about what you expected, or worse than what you expected at this point in the season?
You go first, Randy.
I actually think they're doing better than what I thought they were going to do, because I thought this team was going to be just absolutely miserable. They've actually won games, but they have secured themselves their spot in last place after this past weekend in that series against the Rockies. They can't even beat the Rockies.
One time they did. This one time.
Yeah. So I think they're actually doing better, but it remains to be seen. It's the halfway point. I expect them to fall to pieces here. Remember, somebody on the text line asked me more or less than 63 games or whatever the Suns won this year. I said it would be under that for the Diamondbacks wins.
Well, I guess I'm going to be a little more kind because, they're doing about exactly what I thought they'd do. Remember when the season started, Randy was very down on them, and I was very mediocre on them. I thought they would do better than we thought, but I didn't think they started out a lot better than we thought. Then they settled down into being exactly what they thought. This right here, right now, is exactly what it looked like they were going to be at the beginning of the season. We just got fooled because they had some a bunch of wins thrown together, and we got cautiously optimistic, and we got fooled by that. Well, now we're back to reality. This is the reality now. It's likely to be the reality at the end of it. So Randy is probably right on his total, his count. So Randy says, what did you say? You said below or above? What did you say?
I said under whatever the Suns
won.
Did the Suns have 66 wins or whatever?
How are the Diamondbacks doing at this point? Better or worse than you thought?
I thought they were doing a little better than I thought.
You thought better. I thought about just on their par for this course. Keon, what do you got?
I've got better as well. I remember that question, Randy, and I also said under 60 games. And actually, I said if they won 50, I might actually be surprised. The fact that they're on the door of 40 wins, You know, if they are a below average team the rest of the way, they're going to get to around that 60 mark and maybe just get above it. So I thought this was going to be a worse team. I looked at this roster, I looked at how old it is. You know, I did not like the addition of Madison Bumgarner, not because I don't like Madison Bumgarner, but because he's put a lot of years on his body playing this game at a high level. You know, talking about a dude that played in the World Series, pitched one day, and then turned around and pitched the next start. He didn't start, but he was in that game as a reliever. You do things like that early in your career, guess what? You're not going to have, you know, the mileage later on. And that's the kind of stuff that the Diamondbacks have been doing. I thought they were going to be a whole lot worse. And instead, those guys that are out there, look, it hasn't been pretty, but the players, I don't blame for this at all. Those guys are going out there and playing their butts off. But the collection of guys, the skills that they have don't complement each other very well. No. And this team has somehow managed to overcome that. So they are doing better than I thought.
Well, I mean, you look at the schedule, Keon. We have 3 against the Giants, and then we have 3 against the Padres, and then it's the All-Star break. We come out of the All-Star break against Washington Nationals, okay? Then we play Giants, Braves, Guardians, Rockies again, Pirates, Rockies again, Giants, Cardinals. I mean, it's just like a murderer's row for the second half of the season. If this team gets 60 wins, I will be surprised.
Hey,
pick up those wins against the Nats when you can.
You want to see my Christian Arroyo imitation? Oh God! Oh, I can't! Oh, I can't see what? I don't. You got to see it on the YouTube. I can't. Oh God! Oh, I can't see it. That was just for the people watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Christian Arroyo, he went out there. He's like, all right, I got it. Oh, God, I can't see it anywhere. You know, the Red Sox outfielder out there, and Joey Gallo simple fly ball, whoop, just dropped in the grass behind him because he couldn't see it in the lights.
That happens sometimes. The ball goes up. It gets above the light standards, or I think in this day, it was a day game. It probably was what we call a high sky where there's no clouds. It was just a clear sky, and the ball looks like
though. There were lights on.
Well, they always put the lights on, whether it's a day game or a night game. I'm quite honestly, I don't understand why. So
Yeah.
I've heard differing opinions to cut down on some of the shadows caused by daylight.
Okay.
Also, I've heard guys say, well, it's because of TV. It does some correction for TV.
We
blah,
like the
blah,
blind
blah, blah,
players.
Blah. But anyway, the bottom line is the ball goes up and you can't find it. It gets lost up there. You look, he's supposed to look into his infielders, and infielders can't see it. Somebody's got to try to help this kid out.
And he was looking for it. He was like, I can't see it. He was Durka.
Yeah.
Like,
He was like, do I back up? Where the hell do I go? And no one was giving him any direction.
Yeah, and where's the center fielder? Nobody came out to help him out. I mean, that's
God.
That's exactly right. Yeah. God
Can't
bless
see
him.
anything.
Bless it.
I feel bad for the guy.
I don't. Well, you know, I feel bad for him, but at the bright spot, the silver lining is Joey Gallo was thrown out at home plate after 2 other guys did score, so it was a sacrifice fly, but he did at least get thrown out. So that made me happy. The rest was sort of sad, but whatever. 888-368-1580. Let's go to the text line and let people have their say. I like the idea that Swazman has just come up with, Randy. Says, what do you guys think about Major League Baseball adding a rookie to each roster? You know, like Chris Morel and the Cubs. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the All-Star roster. You know, young kid gets the call. That'd be fun, right?
Well, I think it's
All-Star rookie.
I think I don't know what the standard is on that. Maybe rookies aren't allowed. I mean, I thought every player on a major league roster was capable of being on there, but they do have
designate like the rookies. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it makes a whole hell of a lot more sense than the legacy player. Because at least the rookie's got a future ahead of him.
Let Rob Manfred's man have a drink and do that.
Well, the All-Star week, they've got another game called the Futures Game, where they have the youngsters, top prospects from around the major leagues play in a sort of rookie type All-Star game. So it's the Futures Game, and it happens out there on the I think it's the same day as the Home Run Derby. So that kid from the Cubs might be on one of those rosters.
I think that game is sneakily more interesting than the All-Star game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Raven Kid says Randy likes the St. Louis Cardinals. Is that because of the similar name to the Cardinals, or Goldie being good for once?
No, I just think that they have quietly amassed a pretty good lineup. You've got Arenado on there. You've got a solid pitching staff on there. I mean, they need some closers or they need some bullpen help. If they can stay strong and stay healthy, I think this team is going to be a contender. I think this is a team you should watch out for when the leaves start turning and it's turning into fall baseball.
Fish Tank says it's Mets versus Braves starting today, 3-game series, and the Braves are a game and a half back. Scherzer is on the mound tonight.
They need Scherzer to come out shooting bullets tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Berg says, did I just hear it's a small world as a favorite of the blender? No. What are you talking about? No. Biscuits and Gravy says D-backs need a horse, not a guy who likes to ride a horse.
D-backs need a guy in his prime to come out there and help this pitching staff. And D-backs also need to break apart. They need to break off pieces like, Christian Walker, who can't hit, David Peralta, who's streaky, Ketel Marte, who's not worth what we keep paying the guy. We made some horrible decisions on this in the front office of the Diamondbacks. They keep overpaying for Ketel Marte. And the guy used to be an all-star quality guy. And now he's not even on the all-star team. You know why? Because he's overrated. He's not worth what we're paying.
Fed Fan called us freaking boy band haters. Of course, in my head, she said it like Dr. Evil. But you've got here a bunch of freaking boy band haters. And I'm not reading your other text because I know she's country music, so I ain't reading it. Raven Kid says, Jeffrey, Christian Arroyo is not usually an outfielder. Yeah, I know he's third baseman. They're trying to turn him into Brock Holt for some reason. It was an evening game, and he did. He lost those lights in the lights of Fenway. The CFer is a rookie named Jaron Duran. He probably didn't know he needed to help him.
Well, I mean, come on. Come on.
I mean, you've been playing baseball your whole life, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
We don't have lights in college.
There are certain things that aren't going to be, like
you learn that in Little League, man.
It's early.
Little League. There's club teams out there that know that. Come on.
Swazman says, I have to admit, the most exciting World Series ever in my life, not the Cubs 2016, go Cubs, but the 2011 St. Louis Cardinals over the Rangers, and, of course, the 2001 Diamondbacks Miracle team, all were champs.
Mm-hmm.
He also wants to say, hey, listen, I figured out a way to shiver out here in the heat. Pool plus mister plus do-rag plus ice pieces plus pool shade plus ice water equal hanging in there, right, Randy? By the way, what is the weather forecast?
Do you really want me to do that? From the 1580 Fanatic Harmon Solar Studios, 114 current downtown temperature right now.
116 in Queen Creek.
115 in the West Valley, and it looks like it's going to be hot. Just damn hot. Hot.
Officially hot.
Oh, my God. It's going to be hot. Hot every day.
Yep. It's official. Hot. This is hot.
There's some active weather systems moving around the state. I doubt we'll see anything here because it's hot here.
Yeah, it's too hot for even the weather systems to do anything.
From the Harmon Solar 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Hot!
Yep.
Back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you. Berg says Futures game, I think, is on Saturday, Celebrity Game Sunday, Home Run Derby Monday, All-Star Game Tuesday, and what people call the deadest sports day of the year is Wednesday this year, July 20th. And, I feel like we will have the best show of any show, not just in the Valley, I'm going to say it, in the world, because we are unaffected by slow days in sports news. We have never been at a loss for fun things to talk about here on the Daily Blender. So, whatever. I just brush that off like Keon brushes off all that dandruff he has. He just does like that. And I do the same when it comes to those criticisms. You notice Keon never wears black shirts.
That's just called good planning.
It's got a lot of dandruff.
It's good planning.
I walked in there and I thought somebody had shooken some asbestos left loose from the ceiling, but on the counter, I'm like, what the hell? Oh, it's Keon's horrible dandruff. I say this with having no idea. So either inside he's dying going, oh God, that's true. Or he's like,
how did he know?
It's not even true. What is this guy talking about?
I'll never see a date for a while now.
Yes, because all the women he wants to date are listening to this show right now.
Never know. You never know, Keon.
Online, he doesn't even list the show. He lists that he's a music producer. It's not he's trying to get girls. All right, guys, that's it. Hour one is down. When 2 more hours to go, come on back, kids. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I missed this text earlier. Last Optimist was telling us about how University of Illinois was very determined to keep students from bringing in the booze. Football games would result in several barrels worth of confiscated liquor bottles at the student gates. Yeah, it's because you got to know how to hide that stuff. You know, you also got to know how to grease a few palms to get your booze in, you know. Hey, it's just a bunch of kids. You know, Randy and I, we would wheelbarrows worth. What's that in your sock? Wait, what's that in your short? What's that over there under your arm? What's that? How did you put that? Don't even tell me where the flask was. Don't even tell me where the flask was. Just hand it over here. So DeAndre Ayton is gone. You know he's gone. It's not official yet, but it's looking that way because there's a couple of different scenarios in how he gets gone, and it could end up being bad for the Phoenix Suns. DeAndre Ayton, the big rumor right now is the Pacers are looking to pick up DeAndre Ayton, and they could do us dirty. they could just give him an offer sheet and go that way with it. Suns would have an opportunity to respond to this offer sheet, but that kind of blows the whole idea that we might be trying to work DeAndre Ayton into a trade for Kevin Durant. So there's a lot of different ways this thing can go. The one nice thing about all this is Windhorst over there, with the Pacers, says their team owner doesn't like doing offer sheets because he doesn't like, quote, hurting his fellow owners. Then again, our owner is Sarver. I don't know which direction this would go, and we don't know how Herb Simon feels about Sarver. So, it could be a sign and trade that gets discussed. It could be an offer sheet. It could be one of many things. But if the Suns are looking to leverage DeAndre Ayton into a trade for KD, how does this thing go down?
It's going to be probably still the Pacers as that third team that you rope in there to try and make something happen with the Nets.
And they want him.
And they want him really bad. They wanted him back during the season. So now here they are with an opportunity to get him. But the Nets are sitting on top of the Kevin Durant sweepstakes. And the question is, do the Nets want to move fast enough this summer, or are they trying to get the best deal possible? Because if you're trying to get the best deal possible, there's no reason for you to rush. You just sit down and wait on it. And at which point the Pacers might start to get a little impatient, and that's where things get rocky.
Right. And here's the thing. If they've really wanted him very badly, even though Herb Simon doesn't like hurting his fellow owners, you could see an offer sheet being plunked down in front of DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? It may just be one of those things where it's like, hey, this is too good to turn down. We have to. We got to do this.
Yeah, I mean, because you're about to go into this next season. It will
cost us more if we wait for that whole three team trade, right?
It will. And it's possible as well that if you dictate the terms as the Suns as to where this is going and what direction this is moving in, you're more likely to come out with an outcome that you like, as opposed to letting the Pacers be the one to dictate what's happening to you. Because right now you just don't have a center. And you haven't really made any big time moves this offseason. Durant move would be that if you could make it happen. But if not, then you're going to want to have the Pacers as a trade partner, because they at least can give you back a center you can use.
So, all right. So we know what the Phoenix Suns want. We know what the Pacers want. What do you think DeAndre Ayton wants? Is that a place where he's like, or maybe his agent has been already working this? You know what I'm saying? Are the Pacers a place where DeAndre Ayton gets to go and have the offense run through him? He gets to have all his wildest dreams come true. Is this a place where DeAndre Ayton wants to go? Or, what do you think his feelings are on this?
I would assume this is a place he wants to go. I think, one, the Pacers are kind of trending upward. A lot of people like the moves that they're making to rebuild. Two, we heard around the middle of the season that DeAndre Ayton, wanted out of town, wasn't necessarily happy, and was really considering leaving during the offseason. And it was around that same time that the Pacers were in hot pursuit of DeAndre Ayton. So it seems like he's aware of at least them being a target for him to go to. He says he wants the max. Well, they're willing to pay it. So that's another reason for him to go there. And if they're going to run the offense through him and he's going to be the focal point on a nightly basis, well, that's going to be all three check marks for what DeAndre Ayton ultimately wants as a player.
So if the Suns say, okay, well, we're going to match that offer that comes in, and we're going to keep him around and maybe think about trading him after December 15th. Does he play? Does he get shelved? How does that work if they decide, okay, we're going to try the sign and trade thing?
Well, it could be an instant sign and trade, which is what the Pacers would want as your trade partner.
And you would have to have a whole bunch of stuff figured out for that.
Yeah, I think that you should probably try to trade him as soon as possible if you do sign him, or shelve him. Because what you don't want is DeAndre Ayton comes back, the Suns say, hey, we're bringing you back, but we're trying to move you to a place you want to go, and then he plays and he hurts his leg or gets injured in some way, and now your guy has less trade value than what he had when you had him in the first place.
Right. And I'm bringing that up because what if Kevin Durant, deals aren't being done yet? What if, because remember I told you, I feel like the Nets don't really intend to trade him. They're trying to figure things out while seemingly giving him what he wants. I feel like they're putting the screws to him by asking for too much so nobody will take. I think that Kevin Durant could end up sitting there just like, DeAndre Ayton could end up sitting there if all these parties can't figure something out here before the end of the summer.
Yeah, I mean, and the Suns could just say, screw the Nets and just find another trade partner. Maybe there's another player that he's not Durant level, but he's somebody who the Suns can use.
Right.
Boy, you could probably go
Frank the Tank.
Well,
sorry. I got carried away.
Man, maybe you go. I'm blanking right now on the center for the Hawks right now. Maybe you go that direction too, because I know that they also had interest in DeAndre
Bill
Ayton.
Stevens.
No. It's Stan Wilkinson.
Steve Williams.
No, it's Stan. It's Stan, Randy.
Stan Musial.
Yeah, Clint Capella. That's who it is. And
that's what I
told you it was Clint Capella.
and the Hawks are trying to build a contender over there. They went out and got DeJounte Murray to help Trae Young. Maybe they're looking at DeAndre Ayton as a final piece for them. But whatever the case may be, the Suns may actually be better off not trying to wait on this Durant thing because like you said, I don't know how serious the Nets are. I don't know if they're necessarily screwing around, but it seems like they're at least interested in testing the market and pushing it to see how far they can go and see what they can get. And so clearly they're not in a rush to deal Kevin Durant. And I think the Suns have a timeline that's a little bit faster than that.
You know who they need. You know who the Suns should move heaven and earth to get? Ja Morant. Because Ja Morant says he would have cooked Michael Jordan on the court. He said that. He doubled down on that. He said, I wish I would have played in his generation. I would like to play against him. I would have cooked him. I would have cooked Michael Jordan, says Ja Morant.
I like confidence, but you gotta temper that with reality. Can't be delusional. Because that's beyond confidence. That's just you're insane now. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. It's not particularly
Maybe
close.
say I'd have given him a run for his money, or I would have had so much fun trying. But they'd say I'd have cooked him. Stop. Come on.
I think he knows. Ja Morant knows.
He knows.
Yeah. There'll be no way anybody could say anything different.
Michael Jordan was holding one of his skills camps, and I remember OJ Mayo was a young prospect that a lot of people wanted when he was going to go to college and all that stuff. And OJ Mayo said to like a 45-year-old Michael Jordan, I think I could take you. Got destroyed. Just absolutely got leveled. And Michael Jordan was 45. There's no way in a prime Michael Jordan's career, even Ja Morant, as talented as he is right now, is beating Michael Jordan. It's just not happening.
Remember, when your kids were younger and, kids will try to get attention. There's good attention and there's bad attention. Ja Morant was trying for bad attention. Because Michael Jordan heard that, and I took that personally. And that's the next thing that's going to happen. Something is coming back. Here's the thing, though. I watched the video, and you can tell, though, that Ja Morant, he's not being serious. He's being playful, and he's just saying, listen, you got to have this confidence and say, I could take anybody. I can't ever let myself have the mindset other than that, because that is how I operate. That's how, I'm able to keep doing what I do. And I respect that. I understand that, but you got to draw the line, Ja. You got to draw the line at least right there before Michael Jordan. I mean, it doesn't hinder your ability to go out there and be like, I'm the best in the world. I can take anybody, whatever you tell yourself, standing up on the mirror like that little girl in that motivational video, but Michael Jordan? No.
It's just,
not out loud.
That's a no-fly zone.
Just not out loud. Yeah. Fed Fan says Michael Jordan would have had Morant for lunch. Jordan is the most competitive human being on the planet. Yeah, at 65, whatever how old he is now, he could still probably kick his ass. Still. Hefty Lefty says, forget Durant. Suns should try to get Zach Wilson from the Jets. Yeah, I'll tell you why Hefty is saying that later on in the program. Says Booker and Wilson will run through Scottsdale like a wildfire. Yes, I will explain that to you later. I feel like it might not be true, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. We'll talk about NFL quarterbacks. So, all right. I do want to get to football, but there is one more thing that I do want to talk about that comes to the NBA and, rule changes. Now, the NBA Board of Governors are going to vote to do a couple things. One, I hate. They're going to vote to make play-in tournament permanent thing. Stupid thing. Stupid. Play-in tournament, stupid. Let's say vote on this. All in favor of agreeing with me that it's stupid, say aye. Aye. What? Keon, you don't think it's stupid if a play-in tournament?
I don't think
Snowflake,
it's stupid.
Participation trophy. You must have a whole case of participation trophies.
I actually never once got a. The people tell me about the
because you've never won a participation trophy.
Never got those. Participated in a lot of things growing up. Didn't even get one of those. So
you were so bad you didn't even get those.
Team events, individual events. I didn't get participation trophies. Where all of these things came from and went to, I didn't get one. No,
so
the reason
what the hell you are? How are you for this?
It's not so much about who gets in, so much as I like that it has stopped teams who think that they can get in from tanking. And I've liked watching the actual end of the regular season for a lot of these teams because they're still trying, because they're going, all right, we're 10, but maybe if we play hard enough, we can get in. And as an anti-tanking measure, it has worked to a degree, and I like that aspect of it, and that's the reason why I'm not opposed to it.
Meh.
I get it, but I mean, watching half the league attempt to embarrass themselves so they can get the number 1 overall pick in the draft. It's nice to see, the bottom 3 teams still be the bottom 3, but everybody else that thinks that they can have a chance, I like it.
Okay. How about this then? Can we all agree with a vote that the in-season tournament is a bad idea? Say aye.
Aye.
There, at least we're unanimous. Okay, I hate the play-in, but I more hate the in-season tournament. What a dumb waste of time that is. How stupid is that?
Because what is it for? I'm still trying to figure out, because we play a tournament at the end of the season for a championship. What is the middle of the season tournament for? I don't know.
So the governors can make more money.
Yep, that's it.
And I understand that, but as far as spinning it to the fans, like, I understand why you want to make more money, and I understand that this is an event that can do that for you. How are you going to spin it to the rest of us that this is anything useful and not a waste of time?
I had another page, but I think it fell off the table here. But I was talking about, we were talking about earlier, the other rule, and that is that you can't foul somebody on a fast break, to stop the clock or, anything like, or just stop play. Keon, why don't you explain, since you've got that right there, this new rule, are we for it or are we against it? Go ahead, fill us in.
Well, personally, me, just having read it the way I understand it, I'm for it. And it's basically,
tell us before you tell us.
The NBA is trying to crack down on that foul that teams do when they turn the ball over and the other team is going back the other way, and then you just foul the guy to stop him from getting the fast break and getting to the bucket.
Now you have to foul him before he goes over the center line, right?
Yeah, you do.
Because if it's over the center line, then it's a shooting foul or just a foul.
Yeah, then it's just a foul. But yeah, they try to stop the player from going, and the league is trying to crack down on that. So the current rule is you foul the player before they get to the half court line, and they just throw the ball, they inbound it from the sideline. The new rule would be you foul them, they go to the free throw line and shoot one, and they get the ball back. So now it ends up hurting you more than it winds up helping you. And it's going to speed, possibly. I mean, depending on who you foul. But if you foul Steph Curry, that's a mistake. And we've seen a lot of that. Teams just don't want to give up the 3 that Steph Curry might shoot going the other way. Well, now you have to think about that, because you could probably give up 4 points going that way. And it keeps the game moving. It stops the game from getting slow in those places where
teams also changes the end of the game.
It does. It changes the math on that to where you have to be more strategic about the fouls you're willing to take. And I think that it keeps the the momentum going, because one of the things that NBA games have a problem with is near the end, the last 3 minutes takes about 20 years of your life just to finish. This will keep the flow of the game a little bit more free, and I think that that's a good thing.
Do you think that helps or hurts the Suns?
Well, I don't know that necessarily hurts the Suns at all, because the Suns.
Well, think it through. How many really good free throw percentage shooters do we have on the team outside of Devin Booker and a Chris Paul? Is DeAndre Ayton a good free throw shooter? I mean, he probably won't be here.
Yeah,
but you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
You have to kind of look at your team and go, was this good for us or bad for us?
Well, I think the Suns are a pretty good free throw shooting team. Chris Paul's obviously a great free throw shooter. Like,
I said outside of Booker
one
and
of the
Paul.
best, but Mikal Bridges, really good
Right.
free throw shooter. Yeah, I
just make sure towards the end of the game you got some good free throws, which you do anyways because of the fouls that you would take to stop the clock. All right, Randy, what do you think? Good idea, bad idea?
On the foul?
Yeah, on
I think it's a
changing
great
the way
idea.
the rule works.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's unanimous. I think we all agree.
Yeah,
that it's a good idea. Trying to think. You got to think ahead, because right now you're like, yeah, that's a good idea. Then later you're like, oh, that turned out to be a bad idea.
Yeah, and it could be.
How
a great
does this
idea
hurt
now,
us?
Or
anything to speed up the end of the game. You get down to the last 3 minutes, and dear God.
Well, if you're behind, that's the last thing you want. You're trying to find your way back.
Come on, man. Come on. It's like I hate those. You're in the last, 50 seconds, 40 seconds, 30 seconds. You're down 5 points, and you keep calling timeouts. What the hell for?
You're right, except for when it's your team trying like hell to find their way back into the game.
If it's my team, I'm like, you know what? Run the damn clock. Just go out across the timeline. Don't even shoot.
They
Just run the
wouldn't
damn
do it if
clock
it didn't
off.
work, Randy.
Oh,
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, it doesn't work all the time, but every now and then you'd love to have that opportunity. And
Like
that chance,
one in like 17,000 games, it works.
You're not wrong, but you'd still like to have the chance. But yeah, I think ultimately it's for the good of the game.
And there's 15 seconds left on the clock. It's a 7-point deficit. We're going to call timeout. We'll be right back after these messages. Are you kidding me?
Happy
Really?
Lefty says, does the rule only apply to fast breaks? If so, I don't see how that would impact the end of a game. Take fouls are different than fouling a team on purpose. I think that this is applied by that too, right? The take fouls, right?
Yeah, it's a similar thing, and the take foul could happen at any point in the game. You're just trying to stop the other team from getting free points. If you have to shoot, if I foul you and you have to shoot free throws, that's still better for me than if you just get a layup or get a dunk.
Foul me, you're getting a forearm shiver, kid.
Good
I'll
to
tell you
know.
that. Yeah, just something for the future.
Nice.
I'm losing weight. I might be ready to play some ball. I don't know. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, just a little bit of golf, but then we're going to jump in and get ourselves into some NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in store only, limit 30.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. For this month only, get a $20 bonus card for every $100 gift card you purchase. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better and more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create food, fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. Enjoy a memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's the perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and signature cocktails. Now through July, get your $100 gift card and $20 bonus card. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Admit it, you love the action. You love the excitement.
For a touchdown.
You love the big plays.
Sideline, the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5, rock and roll, touchdown.
And you love the big hits. So do we. The NFL. We've got the games you want and the info you need. Listen for the latest 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for the NFL.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. FedFan says watching you guys on YouTube muted and listening on the regular radio is like watching a Godzilla movie from the 70s. Well, why not just listen to the audio from the YouTube? Because I believe that has been improved. In fact, we're going to do one more thing here in the not too distant future to even improve it more. But she also says Keon looks like he's lost weight. Did you lose weight?
Maybe I've been doing some more running and stuff. So
I mentioned that I've lost some weight, and she just doesn't even acknowledge that.
That's true.
It's fine. It's fine. 888-368-1580. All right. So did anybody watch the American Century Championship, the golf there with the celebrities and stuff? Was that televised at all? Could you watch it?
You could, depending on what part of the day it was, and if you have the Golf Channel or what do you call it, the NBC channel.
Because I might have watched it if I known all these guys were in there. It seemed like it was a lot of fun. I don't know how mic'd up anybody was or everybody was. Did you guys watch any of this?
I caught bits and pieces of it. I didn't sit down and watch the whole thing. I didn't catch that shot that Steph Curry put in though from I don't know how far out, but it was a long shot and it went right in the hole. I mean, it
sounds like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So was it on the regular NBC or is it like?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, because the NBC Sports Network, I don't think they're doing anything anymore.
Right. Because now it's just TNT and the Sci-Fi Channel. Tony Romo won it, in case you care, and even if you don't, I guess this is his third time winning this thing. And it was interesting to see how well everybody did. One of the things I was surprised to see Aaron Rodgers in 9th place with how completely stoned out of his mind he was. You seen the pictures?
I haven't seen the pictures of Rodgers. Now
there are some pictures where he took some pictures of some fans. There's this one, and it's like you look at his eyes and tell me that man is not deeply 1977 stoned right there. I mean, I could hear Pink Floyd emanating from his pores. That's how stoned he was. He was cooked, baked, goner, and he was happy. So I don't know if that's your number success or
your number one sign, by the way, that Aaron Rodgers is stoned is that he's happy.
Right. Yeah. I guess generally
he's pretty grouchy,
a little tense, but so he got 9th place for that. And Marshall Falk was in 10th place. There's
he's
a lot of
golfer. He's a good golfer. Yeah.
The Jack Wagner, not that dude that used to be on General Hospital. I only know this because my sisters we'd fight over the TV. My sisters would, we're going to watch General Hospital. I'm like, I don't want to because, Mork and Mindy's on the other channel, and we'd fight over the TV. And then they would play his Jack Wagner music loud as hell just to piss me off because, I hated everything, soap opera.
Yeah, I believe it's one and the same. Yes, Jack Wagner.
Mm-hmm. Jack All I Need Wagner. He could. I was hoping he was dead and rotting in hell already, but I guess not. Some other Carson Palmer was in 15th place.
Well, he's a quarterback, so he knows how to play golf.
Just like he was with the Cardinals. He'd get you somewhere near the top, but then
Well,
whatever. Steph Curry and Del Curry were 16th and 18th place, or they were tied, or whatever. They were right next to each other in the standings. Did they actually golf in the same group?
I don't know.
I didn't see them in the same group
because it's weird to see them. Steph was just above his dad, which hurt the old man to no end.
Tons.
Yeah, and really it was only by 2 points. Alfonso Ribeiro. Wait a second. I thought this was supposed to be a bunch of athletes.
No, it's celebrities. Yeah.
Man, I didn't think Jack Wagner was an athlete, but I don't know.
Well, if it's supposed to be athletes, what the hell's Charles Barkley doing out there? Clearly, he's not an athlete any longer.
Used to be.
And the round mound of rebound, it takes full effect nowadays.
I saw Barkley at least when I was watching him, because I know he was struggling to just like stay in the top 60. But I saw him doing pretty well out there.
I love how Seth Curry's standing in golf is the same as with basketball. He's down in 67th. But here are the people above Charles Barkley in golf that should embarrass him. Ready? Ray Romano.
He's a good golfer.
No, it's just to embarrass him. He's not an athlete.
Okay.
That's it. I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. I can't see anybody else on there. Everybody else is an athlete for the most part, or athletic.
Where did that Jack? What's his name from the General Hospital?
Oh, he was at 14th place.
Well, he was above Charles Barkley then,
and the Currys. No, Charles Barkley was down 76th place. No, I'm sorry, that's Charles Woodson.
I think you should be a little embarrassed that Joe Buck finished 31st.
Ooh. Larry
Joe
the Cable
Buck
Guy,
he's an
78. Oh, there's Charles. He was tied for 73.
I'm just saying, if there are non-athletes that are ahead of you,
the only people that Charles Barkley beat, maybe they should be embarrassed. Steve Young, Jason Sheff, Jay DeMarcus Ware. That's funny. Tied for 79th, Jay DeMarcus, and then DeMarcus Ware.
How about that?
Weird. Larry the Cable Guy should rot in hell. Colin Jost, that's the you know him as
the Weekend Update guy.
I was gonna say the husband of Scarlett Johansson. Anthony Anderson, the Miz. What's the Miz? The M-I-Z.
I have no idea.
Catherine Tappan.
Oh, he's a wrestler.
John O'Hurley, Dylan Dreyer, and Robert Griffin III was last place of all of them.
Wow. That's too bad. Because RG3 was just talking last week. I saw somewhere, I was reading somewhere, he's ready to come back and play football. He's ready. He's in shape.
Or he'll be on Monday Night Football. That's what they said. They just signed him up to do Monday Night Football. And they got rid of, who's the guy they got rid of? Oh, Reddick? Did they get rid of Reddick? Bo? What's his name? I can't remember.
Lance Reddick?
Yeah. Did they get rid of, I think they got rid of him. So, okay, whatever. I guess I would have watched this if I'd known there was all these celebrities out there golfing. You know, feel like that would have been fun.
Jeffrey, I know you pretty well. You would have lasted about 5 minutes or so.
You been talking to my wife again?
No,
you mean watching golf?
Yeah.
And Lewis Riddick. Good God.
Lewis Riddick, yes.
Yeah. You would have lasted about 5 minutes. It's really
it's not fun.
It's not very fun. It's not very fun. They have this one on the Homeward in the Homeward 9. It runs right along the lake there, and a bunch of boats and people they gather up there and they put up a big a basketball hoop, and they have footballs they're throwing to the guys. And generally, when Patrick Mahomes goes by, he'll throw some kid a pass, or Aaron Rodgers, same thing, or Steph Curry will he'll be on the tee box and drop a 30-footer swish in that basketball hoop. They'll go by the boats there and sign some autographs, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's about That's about the pinnacle of fun in that tournament.
It was fun to see Charles Barkley lose a bet with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why Charles said he was going to do better than Aaron Rodgers. Why didn't you just give the money to charity to begin with, Chuck? $25,000, put it down there, bam.
Because Charles was on some version of the match that they had. And I think Charles might have forgot that one of the reasons why he did so well in that was he had Phil Mickelson literally coaching him through every single hole. Phil was telling him how to read the green and all of this stuff. I mean, without that's just hard to replace. And Aaron Rodgers plays probably tons more golf than Charles does at this point.
So here we are. We're just talking about some fun golf with some athletes and celebrities. And now the text line, all they can think about is Jack Wagner's song, All I Need. Berg says, Randy, please play the Jack Wagner music that Jeffrey is asking for.
No.
Random texter says, Jack Wagner, because you're all I need, Jeffrey.
No.
Last Optimist says, The Miz is a WWE wrestler whose lines in the recent Scooby-Doo WWE crossover primarily consisted of, who's awesome? I'm awesome.
You had a crossover with Scooby-Doo, but the sport's real. So if it's a real sport, is it? Okay. Just
and
last crossover with Scooby-Doo.
It's all of it's fake. So I don't. Last Optimus, you're wrong. He says talking about NFL quarterbacks being 70s style stoned. Carson Palmer is part owner of a medical mushroom farm in Colorado. No, I believe you're thinking of Jake Plummer. Jake Plummer is the one farming these giant mushrooms, and he's gone full hippie. He is hippied out. This is
he was sort of hippie when he was at ASU. Come on, man.
You run into him at the mall and be like, hey, shouldn't you be a Burning Man like right now?
And always.
Fed fan says, oh, I love Jack Wagner. Okay, enough.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't be mad if you played it just so they could see what we were talking about. It's not country music, so I could take probably about 10, 15 seconds of it tops. But
are you sure?
But if we don't, I'm fine with that too.
I mean, are you sure you want me to do that?
By the way, Robert Griffin III replacing Randy Moss.
Oh, that's
Randy
right. Studio stuff,
Mhm.
right? So Louis
That's too
Riddick is still
bad.
there?
Still in the booth.
It's too. I mean, I'm glad Louis Riddick is still there. He's my favorite.
So nobody's getting mossed? What happened to Randy Moss?
Don't know what happened to Randy Moss. They're just replacing him.
That was everybody had so much fun with that got mossed thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's too bad.
I'll allow
That is
it.
just too bad.
I will allow it. Well, since that's a natural segue into talking some football, how about this? I hate it. I hate when they change the names of things when we like the names of things. Nobody likes State Farm Stadium. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I liked Heinz Field. Now it's Acrisure Stadium. Oh, look, Jack Wagner. Go ahead, turn that up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There he is.
It sounds like nothing is more 80s than this right here.
Yeah, even the picture on here is horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now you're looking at me.
Nobody's looking at you.
You're the only one
Wow.
I can think of.
Our faces are in our hands,
The
Jack.
only one I see.
There it is, right here.
Oh, no.
Light a candle.
All I
And that's all I can take.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
you don't get a little more time, Jack. You're
Yeah,
done.
no.
That's the song that I was talking about. And that guy is just killing it golfing out there.
Oh, yeah, he's a good golfer.
See, and I still haven't seen him, so this is all I know of Jack Wagner.
Well,
Is what he sounds like.
He's in great physical condition. I mean,
Good-looking man.
I wish I was in his kind of shape. He looks wonderful,
Yeah,
and,
he's a
and he's
good-looking
out
man.
playing. He's out there playing the damn golf in the Lake Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy lives a charmed life. One hit wonder.
It ain't
and
right.
He was on whatever that daily soap opera thing
It
was.
ain't right
Oh,
that he
my
should
God.
live such a great life. Okay? It's not right. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with America, and it starts with Jack Wagner.
I think you're right.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
And for him to be able to hit those high notes like that, come on.
Well, you know what that means.
Oh, man.
Either very tight unders or little bitty balls. Intern says, yes, that song brings back so many memories. Huge
Does it?
song in the 80s. Yeah, for like a minute and a half. And if you listen to bad music, my sisters love bad music. I, on the other hand, was listening to rock alternative. So anyways, back to the Acrisure Stadium. I'm not even sure I'm saying it right. Acrisure. Isn't that horrible? Go from Heinz
minute.
Field to Acrisure Stadium.
Wait a minute. You where the Steelers play?
Yeah. Used to be Heinz Field. Now it's
Yeah.
Acrisure Stadium.
The hell is an Acrisure?
Yeah, evidently it's a Michigan-based insurance brokerage firm, and it's that's it. That's all I know. So I guess they needed some exposure because nobody knows the hell Acrisure is. But
could be your Stupid ass name.
Wrong stadium. They should be. It
Rooney's
should
need
be
money.
the Acrisure Field at Soldier Field in Chicago. Okay, because that would be more of your, your mutual fun. But the Heinz Stadium in Pittsburgh, the blue collar capital of the damn universe. What's going on here?
Heinz Field.
Yeah.
Awesome. Acrisure Field. Hi, we're a bunch of insurance salesmen, and we want you to know we kick ass too. We kick ass at getting you good rates on your insurance.
Which one is worse? Heinz Field going to Acrisure or Staples Center going to crypto.com?
Acrisure. Crypto, you expect that from California boneheads. Okay. And crypto sounds a little cool. Crypto.com. Acrisure sounds worse.
Sounds like Foot Fungus Arena.
I mean, Staples is more, an epic, historic name. It used to be the Forum, and then it was Staple. And we hated that for a minute. Then you got used to it. And then all those championships, so you have to be like Staples, But no, Acrisure, I'm going to say right here is worse. Randy, do you agree or disagree?
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible now. The Steelers play at Acrisure Stadium. No.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
It's kind of like the Cardinals play. The Silver Nest is now called State Farm Stadium.
What was worse? Was it worse as Phoenix University of Phoenix Stadium? That was stupid because they don't even have a team. And then now you're State Farm. It's just, I guess State Farm's better than University of Phoenix, but still, can't you just be choosy? Just don't go for the first dollar that comes, Rooney. Don't go for the first dollar that comes, Bidwell. Wait for something cool. Like if I were owning the team and let's say, kind of look at the Mercedes Superdome. Okay, well, that's kind of cool, except for, Nazis. Nazis made the car. I'm just saying, back in the day, those are Nazis. But still, that's a more epic thing. Or if I own the Cardinals and they came to me and says, all right, you can have State Farm. Well, Lamborghini will buy the rights. Lamborghini Stadium. People will be like, holy bleep.
All the way. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Lamborghini. I mean, why wouldn't it be like it's red? Why not Ferrari Field?
Sure. Well, they got, Or how about even this? Ram Tough Stadium, from Dodge, Ram Tough.
Well, I mean,
see what I'm saying?
The Bank One ballpark downtown, they got Ram trucks in there. Why don't they call that Ram Tough Field?
That's what I'm saying. You got to be more choosy.
What do they call it now? Oh, Chase.
Yeah, I don't know. If I owned a team, I would take less money for us to have a cooler name for our stadium.
Or just don't take any money at all. If it's between taking money or bad money, you don't take the bad money. Don't take the bad money. Have some dignity, okay? Have some dignity. Well, it's a lot of money. Well, guess what? You're making a lot of money already. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself, Rooney. It is a huge embarrassment. Acrisure. Oh, stop it. Or I'd have like the Manscaped arena. They were trying to for a while. There is a place that sells tacos, Pink Taco. They were trying to buy the naming rights, but for some reason,
and I can't imagine why,
they would not allow it. So, all right.
That's
all
too
right.
bad.
Got to take a break. We come back. More football on the way. And yes, I'll get caught up on the text line. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
When you love riding a motorcycle, you want to ride it everywhere, even getting a dental checkup.
Mr. Carter, wouldn't you prefer the chair?
I'm fine on my bike, Doc.
Well, let me know if you feel any discomfort.
And when you love saving money, you want to save even more. That's why Geico makes it easy to bundle your motorcycle and car insurance.
All done, Mr. Carter. Remember to brush, floss, and lubricate your drive chain regularly.
Kickstart your savings with Geico Motorcycle. Bundle and save on the things you love.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Think you know about meth? Think again. Today's methamphetamine is far more potent, more addictive, and more deadly than ever before. Today's meth is often laced with the deadly drug fentanyl. In fact, deaths from meth use have doubled in Arizona. What can you do? Get the facts at thenewmeth.com and know there's hope and resources for recovery. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
What if I told you there's a wealth management firm that offers a 100% satisfaction guarantee? Think it doesn't exist? Think again.
Hi, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. When you start a new relationship with Compact, we'll create your customized investment portfolio and financial plan dedicated to help you reach your goals. Try us out for a year. If you're not happy for any reason, you'll get all of the management and maintenance fee that you paid refunded. This is our 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Dial pound 250 on your cell phone and use the keyword talk to Mo to find out more. Again, from your cell phone, dial pound 250, keyword talk to Mo. Satisfaction guarantee doesn't apply to fees and commissions charged by third parties for such things as insurance products or mutual fund redemptions. It also doesn't apply to any market losses which might occur in an account. For additional information regarding this guarantee, please see the disclosure brochure available at the time you enroll or upon request.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
1580 The Fanatic. And at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for sports.
Welcome back to the Monday edition of the Daily Blender on this June 11th. And you can go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on the FanDuel Sportsbook. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games at the FanDuel Sportsbook. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. I got to tell you, look, I know Jeffrey hates the Yankees.
I hate the Yankees.
But I mean, if you put a $25 to hit a home run wager on Aaron Rodgers or on Aaron Judge,
I'll put one on Aaron Rodgers before I put it on Aaron Judge. I hate the Yankees.
What about Aaron Judge?
No. I don't want that dirty money. You guys don't get the dirty money. I don't want the dirty money.
I guess you could put it on Christian Walker of the Diamondbacks, but
well, I don't want a stupid money to go bye-bye either. I mean, don't you have somebody not a Yankee who I could put the money on?
Paul Goldschmidt with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay, there you go.
He's having an epic season. Put your money on Paul Goldschmidt on a Dinger Tuesday game, and you might win. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. No better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head on over to your FanDuel account, or if you're new to the whole sports betting scene, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Randy1580. That's promo code Randy1580.
Hold on, Randy. Are you sure you're giving us the right info right now? Because nondescript says that you said June 11th and that maybe you need to flip your calendar. So you're sure this is the deal for this
Monday, June 11th.
It's actually July.
Oh, did I say July or June? I meant July.
You probably need to flip the calendar right there.
I meant July. Sorry.
Okay, just checking because you're confusing people. I want to make sure that we're giving them the right promo code and deal.
Oh no, this is the right promo code.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the correct one. It was.
He may not know what damn day it is, but he knows his FanDuel deals. Bubba.
You know, that's right. Ever since I quit the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has changed. Anyway, got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Yeah, well, I thought it was June for a hell of a long time.
I wish it was still June.
Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
888-368-1580. FedFan says, I'm about ready to ditch you guys and listen to boy bands and Jack Wagner videos. Well, hell, as long as you're doing it
Good
away
luck
from
to
us,
you.
we're fine. You live your best life there, FedFan. Fish Tank says, no one, someone gets their ankles broken on their field. They'll just say, you got RG3'd. Oh, so that's the new bit because you got mossed was cool. Now you got RG3'd.
Oh,
Did he
man,
really
come
break that many ankles though, other than his own?
No.
I think his ankles were probably the most broken, right?
I mean, I think for him
Was
it
it
was
his
just
ankles
all
or
of
his
his
knee?
legs because he got his knee destroyed more than anything.
Well, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Fish Tank says, unfortunately, Acrisure is getting their money because we're now asking the hell is it? Yeah, but nobody's looking it up. None of us are looking it up. Against the Spread says, I guess the city of Tempe wants to tear up Rolling Hills Golf Course. They're going to replace it with this second-rate bootleg version of Top Golf with a tiny 19-hole course and a driving range. If any listeners like the course and play it, you better contact the Tempe City Council before the bulldozers come out. Save Rolling Hills, says Against the Spread. Just gonna write that. Hold on, I gotta put that in my my journal of crap I don't care about. Hold on.
Good luck with that, though. I'm serious.
But power to you, yeah. Kiss the Cook says Jack Wagner, baby, and it doesn't hurt to have a Heather Locklear as your squeeze.
What?
I think it does these days. That girl gone crazy.
Heather Locklear, wasn't she on Dallas?
No, Heather Locklear and the Jack Wagner, I think, were on some nighttime soap opera later on when they got too old for regular soap.
Yeah, it was Dallas, wasn't it?
I think it was Melrose Place. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Intern says, yeah, but Foot Fungus Center would like a word, everybody. Print Center, too. Here's the thing. Bad name. Oh, that's pretty bad. The Foot Fungus Arena. What is it? The Footprint Center? Yeah. Bad. Is that the worst? We got, let's do some research and maybe tomorrow we'll talk about the worst stadium / ballpark / arena names in professional sports. I'm not talking minor league. Don't come at me with this minor league nonsense. I guarantee you there's some stupid bleep out there. I'm talking about major league, national, big time. Oh my God, they named it what? That sort of thing.
So you're saying the worst stadium names in major sports,
stadium or arena or ballpark? Yeah.
Are we doing the top 5 on this?
I guess there might be more than that. Each one of us our top 5. Yeah, okay, we could do that. But look at that. Just how lazy is Keon? I just fed him his bit.
We just talked into it.
We could have a top 5 on this.
Well, I'm just saying if you want to
Jeffrey O'Brien's top 5.
If you want to make
Smoothie King Center.
It can be, yeah.
I like Smoothie King. Who doesn't like a nice smoothie? That's not bad. Sounds kind of dumb, but
the
it's not
KFC Yum Center.
Randy, save this for tomorrow. Let's save this for tomorrow. Okay, just write down your favorites, and we'll save that for tomorrow.
I don't have any favorite.
I kind of feel like Footprint's going to be damn high up there
in a lot of lists.
Last Optimist says all of them sound better than the Suns playing at Toe Jam Arena. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be good. Last Optimist says, yeah, Hines opted out early. Sounds like they expect the Steelers to suck for a while and they don't want to be associated with being bad. That is probably a true statement right there. Hefty Lefty says the AC's out at the house means I got to get creative on ways to cool down the pup. And he has strapped an ice pack to the dog's back. Is it working? I don't know how long a dog will put up with that before they roll over and try to chew that thing. Swave Dave says, what do you think about the Cardinal Stadium being called Banner Field or Krispy Kreme Cardinal Stadium? Banner Field would have been pretty good. Banner, it's for, you're new around here, it's for the healthcare places, the hospitals. Krispy Kreme, that just makes us all sound like fat asses, doesn't it? Krispy Kreme?
It does, yeah.
But no, Banner, actually, if you say it out loud, it's not too bad. Swazman says, what about Eddie Murphy? Great actor and comedian singing My Girl Wants to Party All the Time. Yeah, I remember that. Nobody took it seriously. And we were all like, oh, look, Eddie's trying to do his Michael Jackson impersonation right there. And he also says, it's kind of nice to see somebody stepping out of their normal routine. He says that's a Jack Wagner reference. I don't know. He says, Back then, it was big as Dion playing for the Falcons, then helicoptering for a Braves playoff game. I don't know. That's a Jack Wagner.
I guess stepping out of your routine. I don't know. I'm trying to make it work.
So as man drinks a lot. Hey, congratulations, Keon. Congratulations on your Washington Commandos with their new 90th anniversary patch. Celebrating 90 years. Well, okay, celebrating 1 year, but of not racist name, but 89 of a racist name.
And celebrating roughly
what are you celebrating there?
75 years of actually good football out of 90.
Why did they keep doing these things? Why do they keep doing these things?
Because I don't know, the 10 years and the 5 years teams celebrate those. So I guess that's why we're doing it. But I don't know.
Are you going to wear the patch?
No.
90 years.
No, I'm not going to. I'll just leave that to the players. I mean, 90 years, but I'm 32. So there's 60 years that happened before me that I am told by all of the people that in my life that grew up watching Washington. I am told that they are good at football, and I just take their word for it.
You have yet to see the evidence.
I have yet to see the evidence.
Randy, tell him of a time that his Washington team was good at football.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, it was legendary.
Sure. That's why they had, it was supposed to be, and now again, before everybody was like, oh, I guess we're hurting people's feelings with this, but it was Cowboys versus Indians. That's why they did it on Thanksgiving. That was that thought process, back in the day when we innocently thought that was okay. Turns out not so okay. And
the Hogs.
Those guys legendary. We put on little masks and honk, oink, oink, and all that. I never understood it.
And I've seen all the highlights. I mean, I've seen the amazing runs of John Riggins and Doug Williams whooping the Broncos in that Super Bowl. And
what about the Monday Night Football leg break? How many times did you watch that?
Joe Theismann.
How many times?
Only a couple times. That is a brutal injury.
I saw it happen live, and I don't want to see it ever again.
We saw it live, and we saw the replay. They played the replay over and over. These days, they won't show you gruesome injury replays. They'll be like, we're not going to show you the video of that. But then back then, Cosell's like, racket, play it again.
Watch how his knee bends in the wrong direction.
Over and over again.
I saw the Alex Smith live, and so I guess that's
and they didn't show a replay of that, but you didn't want to see a replay of that.
They actually started to, and then when they realized how bad it was, it went straight to commercial break.
Don Meredith started singing "Turn Out the Lights" when he went down. Yeah,
did he really?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well,
he didn't realize it was like like a matchstick. Kiss the Cook says, that's right, Melrose Place, TJ Hooker, Dynasty, and Playboy. I'll send you my copy. No, we're good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Last Optimist says, Krispy Kreme Field, and now taking the field, your Arizona Cream Puffs. Randy, could you please pour me a Guinness? Are you going to pour him a Guinness after he insults your team?
Sure, I will. Yeah. No, it's okay.
I think it was a dig. That might have been.
It probably was, yeah.
Fish Tank said, wait, Washington won in 92, right? Keon, you were 3.
Yeah, but here's my problem with that. My parents had not yet moved to America. I was not able to be a Washington fan because we didn't live there yet.
Fed fan, no, I think you're saying it wrong. She says, doesn't everybody want to be Jesse's girl? No. We wish we had Jesse's girl. That was the song. I wish I had Jesse's girl. That was the Rick Springfield guy. And we don't want to. You might want to be Jesse's girl because then Rick Springfield would want you. Is that the math we're doing here? I don't know.
I think she's hoping that Rick Springfield would want her.
But that's still not everybody. That's very much you.
I'm just sitting here trying to talk football. All right. I don't want to figure out that. I think what we're to understand is even in his aged form, Fed fan wants her some of that Rick Springfield. I think that's what it is. Yeah, like 10 years ago, he played an aged rocker on Criminal Minds.
Well, Was that him?
Yeah.
I thought that was somebody else.
No, that was him. That was him.
Wow.
Last Optimist says, want a moral conundrum? Work in an office with dozens of Indians from India immigrants dressing their kids up as American Indians for the company family Halloween event.
Oh boy.
So you work with Hindis who dress like American Indians for the Halloween event. Indians. You know, that shows a level of snark and intelligence. I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't either.
I'm
pretty
not,
sure
I'm
it's
not saying anything that's going through my mind right now.
I'm pretty
Not
sure
saying
that's a
anything.
dig at just our country for mislabeling the wrong Indians, basically.
I feel like Last Optimist is making some things up. Listen, we are going to talk more football in the next hour. Stay with us. I'll get your texts there, Fish Tank and Jets. We'll do that on the other side. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now, that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing a commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hon, look, it's Heartburn. How did he know we were at the beach?
No clue, but he's not ruining our vacation. I packed Prilosec OTC. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production that can cause frequent heartburn, so we can enjoy ourselves.
Speaking of, time for our luau.
Aloha heartburn.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn with Prilosec OTC. If possible, while taking Prilosec OTC, use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. Baseball is headed to its all-star game. D-backs news and notes and around baseball. We are only a few weeks away from NFL training camps, and we'll always keep you up to date on the Suns moves and DeAndre Ayton. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 99.3 FM and 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey, I got a question for you. You hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you should just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoes for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. So how do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. So just step in them and go. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
There's no doubt that Harmon Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580 as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Fish Tank says, I feel for you, Keon. I got to cling on to the Dolphins' perfect season, and I was negative 15 when that happened.
This is what happens when you've got generationally bad franchises.
Negative 15.
Yeah, that means he wasn't born until 15 years later. He was born in 1985. Wasn't the perfect season this 1970 for the Dolphins?
Thought it was 73.
Give or take. So there you go, Fish Tank. Well, and now your team is poised to be amazing here in a moment. You know, we're going to talk about your quarterback because that's right. I'm not waiting, Randy. You know what I'm saying? I've been denied too many times. Too many times I've wanted to talk about NFL quarterbacks. And what happens?
We get off track. Things happen. The fourth dimension, 1972 was the perfect season. People throw things at us and
like
squirrel,
that right there, like that.
And Miami, 1972, they went 17-0.
Yeah. But so things like that pop up, and then another thing, and another thing, and I never get to talk about the NFL quarterbacks.
Who was the All-Pro quarterback on the
Dan Marino?
No,
I know. I'm just kidding.
No. No, you should know this. You should know this, I think.
I was born in 1970, so
yeah, but it's the Dolphins. But you're one of your former Colts.
Oh, that's right.
I believe was on there.
The crew cut. My man.
Yeah. Well, Bob Greasy was on there, but no, one of your Colts.
Yes.
Johnny Unitas.
Yes, the crew cut. Hold on.
But it wasn't Johnny Unitas. Earl Morrill.
Dog, take a break from licking yourself there. It's annoying.
Earl Morrill. If you could lick yourself, wouldn't you?
No. That's what I pay others to do. I mean,
Bob Greasy broke his ankle in 1972 in week 5, leaving backup Earl Morrill to start the remainder of the regular season.
And it worked.
I did not know that until just now.
The more you know. But the point is, Fish Tank feels your pain, Keon.
Yeah. That's there's a few of us out there.
Yeah, the rest of us laugh at it. The Jet says, speaking of football, try not to get caught in the rain. Well, that's why the Chicago Bears need a dome. How's that? Kiss the Cook. I'm not reading that. Last Optimist says, I'm not reading that. Let's move on from that. It's time to do other things. So let's talk NFL quarterbacks right here, right now, before too many more texts get in to try to distract me. Are you ready?
It's time to talk NFL quarterbacks here on the Daily Blender.
Hooray! We made it. And it's got to start with Zach Wilson.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you heard the story, but you didn't. It's a doozy. Now, this has nothing to do with football. But if you wonder why, Zach Wilson seems like he might be distracted, could be some of these things.
So what happened to Zach Wilson?
All right. So Zach Wilson had a girlfriend, and she dumps him. And next thing you know, she's dating his best friend, Dax Milne. Now, Zach and Dax Milne no longer best friends.
Yeah.
They no longer follow each other on Twitter or Instagram. That's
my God, it's that serious. Okay,
that's some serious bleep right there.
Weasley bastard. Okay,
so now Milne, if I don't care if I'm saying his name right, because he broke the code. He broke the bro code.
Yeah.
He broke the man code.
You don't date your best friend's girlfriend.
You don't cheat, and you
man
don't.
Code.
You don't get with the ex. You don't.
Nope.
So
man code.
Milne goes on his Instagram and it's like, here is a romantic post about her and says, word on the IG streets, almost mocking Zach Wilson, and the rumors. And of course, it's the girl. And sports site U Stadium shares this post and says, oh, look at this. And they say, that girl is Guile. Who is Zach Wilson's ex, flaunting things. And somebody who was commenting on there said, wow, she's a real homie hopper. They called his ex a homie hopper. Goes from him to
hopper,
his homie.
All right.
And she, I guess, got word of that, and she jumped on and said, "Wow, really, homie hopper? Well, Zach Wilson was sleeping with his mom's best friend. That's the real homie hopper."
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
Oh no.
So she's now insinuating the reason she dumped him is because he cheated on her with his mom's best friend. Now we've all seen the mom, and she at first I was like, "Oh wow, well, look at he's got a cougar for a mom there." And then she spoke, and everybody's like, "Okay, forget it. We're not interested. She's horrible. She's a horrible human being."
Okay. All right.
So now no word yet on if the mom has a best friend that Zach Wilson would jump on. And or if it's even true, because then right after she made the statement, she deleted the comment, deleted her Instagram, got the hell off. So she threw the grenade, and she didn't just run out of the building, she left the state. Okay. So here we are. That's a lot to unpack right there, but his teammates are loving every minute of it.
Are they?
All kinds of guys and other guys in the NFL think it's hilarious. What somebody else said, "Oh wow, I didn't know he played for the Cougars." And
well, he used to. He played at BYU.
Yeah,
Ahmad Sauce Gardner. He put up that that whole thing with Juwan Howard. Smiling. That meme.
Oh no.
Jets receiver Elijah Moore wrote "no cap" in a quote tweet, with the whole Chad Johnson, Zach Wilson is the GOAT, that's my quarterback. And Jets offensive tackle Mekhi Becton, he went on Twitter and posted, yes, the Terrell Owens, that's my quarterback. Sorry. And of course, a couple other guys, DK Metcalf was like confirmed. He's like, yeah, everybody's giving him like, well done. Although, who knows what the mom's, best friend looks like? You know what I mean? If it looks anything like my mom's best friend, we need to get a 72-hour psychiatric hold on Zach Wilson because he's having nightmares.
Oh boy.
Anyways, it's for the record, it's a man card violation to date your best friend's ex. It's also a man card violation to date a friend's ex. And there are some rules and procedures which you can find in the Manstitution of the United States of America, written by me, Jeffrey O'Brien. We have these ready to go. We just haven't had a chance to have have a remote broadcast because we were going to go ahead and sell these for charity. But it's covered. You don't do these things. You don't do the things that Dax Milne. By the way, this Dax Milne guy, he's a wide receiver for the Washington Commanders.
Yes. No, that was my first question was, is Ron Rivera going to issue a fine?
No, Dan Snyder is going to pay it because he's like, Dax, my kind of guy. It completely belongs on the Washington Commanders. So that is bad pool, as they say. You don't do those things. But then the girl saying that. So you think she's just lobbing grenades, or do you think there's something to this?
If there wasn't any truth to it, why would she delete it and then nuke her account?
Yeah,
why
she
would she
stood by that? Stood by that.
I mean, it sounds like she was just trying to throw something out there to defame her former boyfriend.
One other thing, though, Zach Wilson does have a type. I could not tell the difference in the pictures of his ex-girlfriend from the pictures of his new girlfriend. I could not, I don't know what I was looking at. All I know was I was reading the story going, wait, was that the ex or is that the one now? I can't tell. They look exactly the same. Kiss the Cook says Dan Schneider probably just okay. I can't read that, Kiss the Cook, but that is funny. Snyder is going to ask the receiver if his new girl wants a job in the front office, says Hefty Lefty. I'm sure the word job will be involved, but I don't know if it's going to be anything to do with the front office.
Don't know.
Could be sort of a windy job, if you know what I mean.
Yep. So anyway, so that's fun. That's fun. I mean, it's completely doesn't matter really. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to football in any way.
I think the fun part is his teammates immediately jump to clowning on him, which to me either says one of two things: either they don't like Zach, or they love Zach and they just think this is the greatest joke of all time.
So I just got a tweet sent to me by Mr. Pringle, and it says the picture of a guy, in sweats and a hat, sprinting Forrest Gump style down the road, like he's booking it. It says Tom Brady on his way home after realizing Giselle is also a friend of Zach Wilson's mom. That is good.
Boy,
there will be many jokes about this whole thing. Watermelon says it'll be tough to confirm if he actually slept with the older lady like that. Not from personal experience, but I've heard they're not shy. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of this.
Okay,
they're old enough to know what they want.
Did a little digging.
Okay,
Zach Wilson.
Yes,
when he was in high school.
Yeah,
went to prom.
Yeah,
with two cheerleaders from BYU.
Oh, he likes
not one, but two. That's what I'm saying. It's just
not his mom's age, but
not his mom's age. But I'm just saying there is a precedent for Zach Wilson to go up.
Zach Wilson, the lady man.
There's going up, and then there's
okay, yeah. When you're,
the lady.
If the lady is your mom's age, then we're at a different level. But also, yeah, two cheerleaders, by the way, just both of them. So Zach Wilson was
good for him.
Was getting it done.
Good for him. I mean, listen. All right, whatever you want. Happy Lefty says Jimmy G and Zach Wilson were all at the Adult Entertainment Expo this weekend in Vegas. They used it as speed dating.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, this has not been confirmed. And the other thing, if Zach Wilson, it'll be a man card violation if he cheated on his girlfriend, no matter who it's with, older lady or just some other gal. But when he went to prom, he took these two girls. Well, he was a single man. You do what you want. You know what I'm saying? When you're single, as long as you're honest, that was the whole thing. This is what I always respected about George Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio. And that was they dated models. Sometimes they woke up under a pile of them. You know what I'm saying? But they were never dishonest, like, oh, baby, I love you. I'm going to make you my girlfriend. They're completely straightforward, saying this is fun. This is not a serious thing. Don't act like it is. And they were very clear about the intentions. Now, George Clooney went off, got married, and has a handful of kids. Leo hanging in there, dad bod and all. But still, that's at least you could say, oh, that's despicable. He whores. No, they're honest about it. All is fair if you're completely up for it and honest about it. Don't monkey with people's affections and hearts and love. But if you're upfront and clear, you have no blame.
Have a question.
Yes, sir.
Keon, did you say Zach Wilson went to high school prom?
Yes.
With two BYU cheerleaders.
Well, at least they were Mormons. I don't know. I just threw that out
but
there
what
like
I
it
heard
mattered.
you say was he went to his high school senior prom.
That is correct.
With two BYU. So there needs to be an investigation launched into the recruiting tactics of BYU football immediately, if not sooner.
I mean, I'm looking at pictures of him at the prom with both of them. So that maybe BYU was on
looking,
something.
or were they like, eh?
No, they're good looking.
Yeah, like really good looking, or are you just being kind good looking?
They're good looking. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Are they
not
hot?
Like,
Coach,
yes.
I want to sign that letter of intent, but I'm going to need a couple of your best cheerleaders
Right,
to accompany me to my
That's right.
senior prom.
You got to work it. Yeah, that was before NIL. So
that was what BYU.
That's what I mean, right there.
How else does BYU get a top tier quarterback?
And that's
except
the
to
other
send the
thing.
cheerleaders out.
They're like, we have no trouble sending you more than one woman. In our religion, we encourage that. You know?
Wow.
Oh no.
Listen, they don't do that anymore. But the old joke was in Kaibab, you go camping in Kaibab, and then the kid comes back. They're like, hey, go get some water at the creek. When you find the creek, come back. And then the kid comes back and says, hey, dad, hey, mom, 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 I found the water. No. That's not what will happen. Boomer Sooner. Is that supposed to be a trivia question? Yeah. We're not even talking about Justin Herbert right now. That guy couldn't even get one
a cheerleader to go to prom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Why
Wow.
are you? He's basically saying Justin Herbert does not get the credit he deserves. In the first 2 years, 9,350 yards passing. That's an NFL record. 69 touchdowns, 25 interceptions, 97.9 quarterback rating, and does not get the credit he deserves. I think he does get the credit he deserves. Everybody says he's going to be a great. Everybody says he's doing well. I'm not saying he's a superstar yet, Keon, so easy on that.
Right.
But he's going to be. He's poised to be. He's certainly on his way to be. Isn't he? I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I think Justin Herbert gets exactly the credit.
So I don't know
deserves.
why Boomer Sooner is saying, I feel like this is my moment. This is my moment to talk about how Justin Herbert does not get the credit he deserves.
Justin Herbert, the only time that Justin Herbert didn't get the credit he deserved is when he played at Oregon. Then he got to the NFL and we just saw, Oregon was not using him correctly. They weren't letting him throw the ball downfield and all the stuff that he does now. I think everybody can quite frankly agree. Justin Herbert has superstar talent, at least. I mean, you go capitalize on it, go to the playoffs, win some games. But I think we all agree that the guy's really good.
Half you left, he says, Zach Wilson's going to come out and say, it didn't count. We were only soaking. What?
Oh, no.
Kiss the Cook says, I had a Mrs. Robinson when I was 25. My mom not only was my mom her best friend, but was also the apartment manager. Okay, you dirty dog. I don't want your stories on this. I really
keep them
don't.
to yourself.
Because anything you guys say, I think my mom's best friend. And I'd like to get through the next 45 minutes still hungry for dinner. If we could, please. We're changing the damn subject right now. All right. Lamar Jackson, he posted something up, and I don't know if we believe him or not. Do you believe him or not? Lamar Jackson put his little cover photo on the Twitter, some of his gold teeth, and printed on the gold teeth, it said, I need $. So saying I need money. And then people are like, oh, well, he's basically telling the Ravens, you better pay me. And so then he came out and said, no, that's not true. He says people are blowing this out of proportion. He says, you just take anything that's posted on social media and you blow it up. He says, hey, try to think for you. Okay. I don't take things seriously. He says, I don't put my business out there. I don't put my personal life out there. I'm not throwing subliminal messages out there. That is not me. Why do you put that up there then? What is the purpose of I need money on gold teeth right at the time you're in negotiations for more money?
I honestly, I kind of believe it. I just think he wasn't thinking about it. And look, man, you're a high profile quarterback. When you do stuff like that, people are going to read into it. Maybe we shouldn't, but quite frankly, this is a thing that quarterbacks do. People post stuff on social media that have extra meanings. Kyler Murray scrubs his entire social media. That did have a meaning. I'm sorry. You can tell me it doesn't, but it did.
Backtrack.
Aaron Rodgers posted a thing with him and Devontae Adams about the last dance with Michael Jordan. They referenced the documentary because they knew it was going to be the last season they were both playing together.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff does have meaning. So for Lamar to say that, look, I don't think that he is a guy that thinks about his social media in that regard, but the reality is people do read into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lamar. What then you have to give us a really great explanation of why did you put that up there?
Maybe you just like the gold teeth. I mean, maybe that's just that simple, I'm
just I don't believe him. I don't believe Kyler Murray.
I mean, maybe I believe Kyler less because Kyler had there was a whole saga involved in it. We know that his agent, was playing a little bit of hardball. In this case, Lamar is his own agent, and the Ravens are waiting for Lamar to come to the table. They're not pushing him, but they're like, hey, when you're ready to negotiate, we'll negotiate. We don't have anything to offer you because you never came to talk to us about money. Lamar wants to win a Super Bowl first, and all that stuff's been put out there. So I don't think that he's necessarily, I believe Lamar more than I believe Kyler, but he has to know this stuff means something.
Randy, do you believe him? Do you believe Lamar Jackson didn't mean to put a message out there that he wants more money from the Ravens?
I think I do not believe him. I think he absolutely knew exactly what he was doing. And as far as his explanation, I don't think he meant to be so obscure with his message.
Do we have video?
What?
Do we have video of Lamar Jackson saying all this? Because remember, John Morant was saying he'd cook Michael Jordan, but if you watch the video, it's obvious he's tongue in
goofing a
cheek.
little. Yeah.
I need to see the video on Lamar Jackson because just in print, I don't believe him either, Randy.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right.
Well, somebody find the video, and then we maybe we could tell more. But at this moment, Lamar Jackson, you're full of crap. I mean, generally you run off the field when that happens, but in this case, your answer is boo boo. I'm sorry, but when we come back, there's another person I don't believe. His name is Larry Fitzgerald. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Open Championship set to get started later on this week at St. Andrews. And right now, Rory McIlroy is considered the betting favorite. He's paying out at plus 1,000 on the money line, while Xander Schauffele, who just won the Scottish Open, he has the second best odds, paying out at plus 1,300. After that, Jordan Spieth at plus 1,500 and John Rahm at plus 1,600. Tiger Woods is expected to participate. His odds not very good. He is paying out at plus 6,500 to come away victorious this upcoming weekend. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Go Yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey guys, I'm Stephen McCollum, and this season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday Major League Baseball games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. So what are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head on over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Steve1580. That's promo code Steve1580. 21 plus and present in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
The first half of the baseball season is in the books. Now, things really get fun. Will the Mets hold on to take the East, or will the defending champs make it interesting? Swing and a liner, fair ball. The Astros are starting to look like the Yankees' biggest contender. Or will the Twins set sail in the second half to challenge for the AL crown? Get the latest from around the MLB on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. And speaking of which, Randy, we did a whole hour on Major League Baseball today. How things have changed on this show. We didn't used to talk so much baseball, did we?
Yeah, and it was a pleasantly received change, at least in my diamond there, Jeffco. Thank you very much for doing that.
A lot of times when we start talking baseball, and what did I always say? Oh, I enjoy talking baseball. I don't know as much about it as Randy does, but I always enjoy talking baseball. And people will be like, it's boring. But nobody's texting in that it's boring anymore. So that's a nice, refreshing change as well. So, and not a damn thing we're going to do on this show is going to be boring. Not on purpose. When's the last time we did something boring? Oh, I think the time we rated our colors of yarn. That was one of the worst top 5 in year 5 that Keon has ever brought to us when he asked us to give us our top 5 colors of yarn. I guess he got into a knitting craze.
Canary is a color. Canary is a color.
Come on, Randy. Everybody knows indigo blue is the best color. I mean, it doesn't fade. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how you can move against turquoise, but look,
you have nothing to say when you come at us with plaid. That was unfair. That was an unfair move because I didn't even know they had plaid colored yarn. That was uncool.
How is that my fault?
That's uncool.
That was very cheeky, Keon. Very cheeky indeed.
Just deeply uninformed. I don't think that's my problem.
Just saying, as far as boring goes, we don't do boring. I'm glad we did a whole hour on baseball and nobody yawned once. Or they fell asleep and ran off the road and there's fatalities everywhere. We just don't know it yet.
No, we're talking some great baseball stuff, though. Come on, man. We're talking great stuff.
They turn on the TV and be like, we have no idea what happened. There were these crashes everywhere. People just running off the road. It was the damnedest thing. Fed fan, I saw that earlier in Texas. Yes, it is true. Marion Barber III passed away, had a heat stroke. Don't know if he was just hanging around the house or if it was like he was hiking. He wasn't here. I mean, like people are dropping dead on the trails here because they're from out of town and stupid. But Marion Barber, I don't know, was he doing the workout or something? That's just. Yeah, that's gone too soon. That's too young right there. And Fed Fan says you're all wrong because forest green yarn is the best color.
Canary.
Well, we don't have time for this today, but I guess we can bring this fight up again if we have to. Hefty Lefty says Tickle Me Pink. That is the legend of color names. All right, listen, people. I want to get back to talking NFL quarterbacks, please. Okay. Ookla says maybe Lamar Jackson needed more money after he got the gold teeth. Well, I don't know how much gold teeth cost, but I don't think it's so much that he'd have to get, like he'd be worrying about money, right?
The price of gold nowadays?
How much does a gold teeth cost, Randy? I know you've back in the day when you had your grill, you had diamonds, you had gold, you had the platinum.
It's very well known. Yes, all these front teeth right here. Yeah, they were all diamonds. I had my name spelled across the upper part of my teeth there. So. It was thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah. So I can imagine nowadays.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but not so expensive. Lamar Jackson has to type in "I need money" as a plea for help.
Probably not. I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's just looking for some RESPECT.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for that respect.
I think he's looking for a CONTRAC.
Well, he does want a PAYRAISE. But I just got to tell you. That Lamar has got nothing to worry about. Just go to the table, sit down with these guys. They're going to pay you like a top echelon quarterback because that's what you are, Lamar Jackson.
Listen, if I were the Ravens, Randy, I'd get fired. I wouldn't care. But if I was the guy running the Ravens social media, I would put up on my cover photo the same mouth, but I'd Photoshop it to say no. Just what? It's not a message towards anybody. What are you talking about? I would do it.
It would be worth it.
And I might get fired, but yes,
you would 100% get fired.
I couldn't not do it. No.
Then you'd force them to make the awkward apology tweet later.
Sorry, we didn't know what the guy was doing. Of course, they always say they fire those people. How do we know?
You have no idea. Really, truly know.
I don't think they actually do. They're just like, that was good, man. That was good. Fed Fan says, diamond teeth. Nice, Randy. Way to keep it real.
Well, I mean, the 80s and 90s, there was all about grills, you know.
So I love Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh yeah, legend.
I love the man.
Well, he and I are we're this close.
Yeah.
He and I.
Yeah. But I don't believe him. Sorry.
What don't you believe him about?
This time I don't believe him.
What did he say that got your gander up?
He says Kyler Murray can carry the Cardinals during DeAndre Hopkins' absence because, the whole suspension thing. He thinks that Kyler Murray can carry the Cardinals without DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, I think he can. The problem is, will he step up and do it?
Of course, he also folds back on that, saying, obviously, the schedule's really tough early in the season. I know they're going to be without Hop, but I know Kyler has the ability and the fortitude to be able to lift this team up. I don't believe he means this.
I don't know Larry Fitzgerald to tell fables.
Did Larry not watch the game that we all watched where he just sort of pouted on the sideline rather than lifting his team up at a time where there was still time to do that too? By the way, there was time to lift the team up when he was pouting.
I think Larry Fitzgerald is an optimist. That's what I think. And he's very positive as a person, just the way he comes across when he's interviewed. He doesn't have negative things to say about people. And I don't think he's lying. I think he believes that Kyler can. I noticed that he didn't say that Kyler will, that Kyler was 100% going to do it, just that Kyler can. And Kyler is capable. We've seen him, as much as that playoff game is also Kyler, we've seen Kyler do amazing things and come back in games and make great plays and carry teams. But he's got to do it. He's just absolutely got to do it and prove Larry right. Because I think Larry is trying to do him a solid here and make him look good.
Can. Won't.
Well, maybe not. But Larry didn't say that. Larry said, and he's trying to talk to him like Larry does. He's trying to inform him that he has the capabilities to lift this team and be a leader. Now, will he? That's a choice that Kyler Murray's got to make.
So you think this is a message directly to Kyler Murray from Larry Fitzgerald on behalf of the Cardinals?
Damn right.
He says there's nobody in the game as talented as diverse an array of abilities in terms of athleticism, his ability to throw the ball going left or right. He is immensely talented. He's a guy that everybody around the league has to prepare differently for. You bring in Brown. Zach Ertz is now coming in for his second year, better acclimated to the system. James Conner is fully healthy going back into the year. I really like where they're positioned. That is what he had to say about that.
I cannot disagree with anything he has to say.
But
have they made any improvements other than Hollywood Brown? Not really. Their
Fish
offensive line, they still have issues with the offensive line. They still have Rodney Hudson's contract to deal with. Have they shorn up that offensive line that Kyler Murray was talking about, saying that they were beating him? No. But this same team came out last year and won how many games in a row? So it can be done. Kyler Murray can step up and can lead this team. It's a matter of, will he make the choice to do so?
I don't know if even Aaron Rodgers is going to play competitive football without Devontae Adams. I really don't think that Kyler Murray is going to play competitive football without DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry, but your first start of the season is going to be dismal.
I know why you're saying that, and I understand why you're saying that. I get that because you, as well as a little bit of me and many people believe the same thing, that D-Hop being gone has already shown to be catastrophic. However, I just want you to think about something. Kyler Murray showed up for the mandatory minicamp, right? There was no drama there. He showed up. He did work. He didn't sit in the team room. He went out and participated with the team, right? There's been talk about he and Hollywood Brown have been together working out, trying to get on the same page together, right? Kyler Murray has been at the building and has backed off of his stance that his douchebaggery manager, agent, whatever the guy is, made earlier this season. And he's willing to give it a go and wants to see results, right? So he wants to sign his own check, if it would be. Correct?
Yeah.
You would think that Kyler wants to go out there and show
maybe
the team and the league why he is a top quarterback.
I kind of figured the reason he went is because it was a mini camp. And that's his kind of camp, baby.
Doesn't even bother me.
I do think that Kyler, look, there's no way that he's seen all of the things that have happened this offseason, the backlash to what he did. Because notice also when he put out the stuff, scrubbed the social media, tried to make the power move for more money, what immediately happened? The fans were like, what the hell? And then Kyler comes out maybe a week and a half later and has to put out a statement of, well, I want to be the quarterback for the Cardinals. I want to play here. I want to win a Super Bowl here.
It's called damage control.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that doesn't get to you. And maybe you learn, all right, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe this isn't the way to handle this. And maturing is you make mistakes, you bounce back. So maybe there is some maturing that is going on here this offseason. And maybe that's what Larry's speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Randy. I think you're right, Keon. I think this is a message to Kyler Murray trying to just see, if you can get his confidence up, because it's going to be a tough start to your season. Your schedule is brutal, at the beginning. It just is.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at the schedule, but if you're my kind of person, you look at week 1. I mean, that's all you should be focused on, not the entire front part of the schedule. Look at week 1.
Well, it's easy for you to say, but players think that way. They're looking at who do we have to play? Oh, God, we got to play those guys. Oh, no,
I don't
we got to play
believe
those guys.
I don't
Yes,
believe
they
all
do.
the players feel the same way. I think everybody's diverse. They have their own thoughts. And I think most of the veterans have learned to look at week number 1. Don't look ahead. Let's look at week number 1.
Randy, the coaches will try to get you focused the way you're saying right now, but I guarantee you players look ahead. Players are thinking about who is
Maybe
coming.
some guys.
And even that doesn't matter. Without D-Hop, you guys are going to have a tough ass time in those 6 games.
It's going to be difficult, sure.
And the fact that you play in the NFC West, which is one of the toughest divisions in football, and the AFC West is the toughest division in football, and you have them on the schedule this year. Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding, and that week number 1, I think, is kind of a reminder of that because you open up the Chiefs.
Okay.
You open up against Pat Mahomes, so there's the barometer for Kyler to test himself against.
Sorry, I'm not trying to bring you down, but
No, you are. No, it is. It's.
I'm not trying to bring you down.
No. You are.
I
You are.
love when I get proven wrong on things that have to do with the Cardinals because that means my wife is happy and my friend's happy. I'm happy when that happens. And maybe this little pep talk via Larry Fitzgerald will be just the trick that Kyler Murray needs to get going.
Well, I mean, I hope so. And I hope that we see some maturity out of Kyler Murray. We don't see any more pouting. I hope he comes out and he takes care of business. I hope he takes the bull by the horns and he starts to be the leader this team's looking for. This team needs a leader, a strong leader. Okay, yeah, he's a short guy. Yeah, I've heard all the jokes.
Oh, no, you haven't. I got like 4 racked up right here. Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
well, I mean, shoot away.
No.
However, this team in its same configuration was pretty damn good the first part of last season. And I think this team can look at that confidence and they can go into this season knowing that I don't think the Chiefs are going to be as good as they have been in the past. I don't think they're going to be as good as they have been in the past.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get better when you lose Tyreek Hill, but you still got 15 over there.
You got a new head coach, and you got the Oakland. You got the I almost said Oakland. You got the Las Vegas Raiders in week 2, and then you got the Rams. Who knows what kind of shape they're going to be in? You don't know. Maybe they come and whip our ass, or maybe we whip their ass. I mean, we did beat them last year. It can be done.
I won't tell all the short jokes, but basically, Ball of 51, Mr. Pringle,
I love it,
Mr. Wilbur, Fish Tank. It all pretty much comes to the same thing that any camp Kyler goes to is a mini camp. That's all. That's it.
Wow.
That's pretty much the long and short of it. Thank you. All right, we come back. I owe Fish Tank talking about Tua Tagovailoa. And maybe we'll fit in another quarterback story as well before we get to On This Date in Big George's sports history. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. or online, lundmortgage.com.
Wendy's new Strawberry Frosty is here. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? It probably is. The hour hand would be on, I'm feeling snacky. And the minute hand would be on, relaxing with a rich, creamy Strawberry Frosty on a summer day, just digging into that smooth, chilly deliciousness and vibing. You know, depending on what kind of watch you have. When it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Frosty and Classic Chocolate or New Strawberry.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Can you tell which pills contain the deadly dose of fentanyl? Neither can your child. Counterfeit pills laced with fentanyl are killing Arizona's youth at an alarming rate. They're cheap, easy to get, and just one pill can kill. Get the facts on fentanyl at talknowaz.com. Talk with your children. Monitor their texts and social media. Visit talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. A little out of breath there. During the break, my dog comes up to me and he's like loving on me, like, "Hey, buddy." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, he's very friendly." And he's jumping up on me. And I'm like, "All right, I got to do another segment." And then he gets down. He starts doing this weird move where, you know how a dog will take his back leg and scratch like this? He was trying to do both legs at the same time with his tail curled under. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a poo-poo dance." he's got to go outside. So I had to run down the stairs, let him outside, and he was just like weirding out, didn't know where to go, but I think he's fine now. I think we made it. So that was here. I was like, "You're such a good boy." "Oh yeah, I love you too." Like, "Oh no, he's just got to go to the bathroom." That's fine.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that since Randy came back from the bathroom. That's yeah. Okay. Listen, but a couple more quarterback things real quick before we go to the big Georgia sports history. And one of those things, Fish Tank, is about Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa. I think I figured out all this nonsense that Tyreek Hill has been saying, basically making it sound like, at least I got a guy who can throw to me, at least I got a guy who can this. Oh, our chemistry's great. And even Patrick Mahomes is like, "Dude, I thought we were good. Why are you slamming me?" And I would bet Tyreek Hill made a phone call to Patrick Mahomes saying, "Listen, I'm just trying to build this guy up. I'm just trying to get this guy to feel like, yeah, I am something special, because, well, that's the only quarterback I have right now. And so to make it even look like at, peril of our friendship, I got to get this guy believing it." And I'm sure that Patrick Mahomes was like, "All right, that's cool. I get it." He said, "But I won't do that anymore." Okay. Because now Tyreek Hill has shown his hand, saying this is basically Tua's last year to show people what he's capable of doing, because, he's right. They went out and they got some weapons. And they put the right players around Tua Tagovailoa. And if he can't do it now, he never will. So I think Tua is just trying to Larry Fitzgerald this guy up, make him give him some confidence, right?
You think Tyreek Hill is actually smart enough to make that connect the dots and make that happen?
I think so.
He's a dirtbag for sure, but it seems like that's what he's doing. And the other thing is, Randy, he's not doing a great job of it.
Yeah, that's the issue. And look, it's only 2 dots. It's I want the ball. I want it. That's the reason why I got myself out of Kansas City. Was look, I'm competing with Travis Kelce for throws. I'm competing with a bunch of other guys, and Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback. He's going to throw the ball to where the guy is open, and defenses were taking Tyreek Hill away. Well, the Dolphins have promised Tyreek Hill they're going to use him in a variety of different ways. So he's not just going to be a deep threat. They're going to use him in the screen game. He's going to be underneath, work in the middle. So he's going to have more responsibilities. Why not make the guy that throws you the ball happy? Cooper Kupp learned the lesson well enough. When Matthew Stafford came to town, I'm your best friend. And before Stafford, he was Goff's best friend. Yeah, I think that Tyreek Hill, he can connect the dots. It's only 2 dots. That guy throws the ball. Let's make him happy.
Yep. And
boy, I don't know. Because some of the stuff that he said was talking about, now we have an offensive-minded coach, and now we have all these targets around him.
I think you make it.
I think that I think Tua's under a disadvantage because this is his first season under this system. I don't know if that's accurate. What he said.
But Tua can take that. First off, I think that I don't know if it's accurate. Let's just get to I don't think it's accurate at all. But I do think that he is trying to make Tua more confident. If this guy came here and he played with Patrick Mahomes and he thinks I'm on that level, even if I don't believe him, if he thinks I'm close, then I might be something. And if that confidence is there for Tua, because I know Tua can play, I know he understands the game, but it's just a matter of he's got certain physical limitations he's got to make sure that he accounts for.
It's also a dangerous thing because I don't know how, I don't know how Tyreek Hill is with the 50-50 ball. All I know is how he is with the speed ball. He can go out there and get it, but if it's a 50-50 and Tyreek Hill is undersized, so here's Tua Tagovailoa thinking, okay, I'm going to get to my man. He can make it happen.
You're just never going to learn his name, are you?
Why would I? He's not going to be around much longer.
Oh, my God.
But if he just chucks up a hope and a prayer, the prayer is not going to get answered because Tyreek is not a 50-50 ball guy.
But it's fine because they're not going to ask. I think that the reason why they went with the offensive coordinator or the coach that they have now and the offensive scheme that they have now is because they're trying to find a coach. Because Brian Flores was not a big fan of Tua. Let's just be honest about that. He tried to get Deshaun Watson in the middle of last season. So they're trying to find a guy who can get Tua to do what he's good at. Tua's good at intermediate underneath throws. He's good at the quick passes. So let's build that into the system and let's build that into what Tyreek is going to be doing with Tua as his quarterback. And that's the reason why Tyreek is pretty happy about it, at least right now, is he knows he's going to have those. I'm going to run a slant. I'm going to get the ball, and it's just going to be me. And whoever's in front of me, I get to beat him by myself. And I'm not asking Tua to throw me a 25-yard, 9 route. I don't have to do that.
888-368-1580. Good Cat says, Larry Fitzgerald has never given the Valley a reason to believe he's lying until now. If Kyler is as good as he says, and Larry is still, in playing shape, why'd he leave so abruptly? I think it all falls on Kyler, says Good Cat.
Well, it might, but I think Larry was on the precipice of retiring anyway. He had a good long career, and I believe that Larry will probably end up in the Hall of Fame. But
sure, yes.
I mean, why go out there with this young buck out there when you can hang it up and walk away with your head held high? And why would Larry come out and say something negative? He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. That's just not the way he's wired.
Mr. Pringle says Albert Pujols will participate in the home run derby. He is aware that this does not count towards the home run career totals, right?
It's going to be sad.
Fed Fan says, if you try to be nice to Tua, Jeffrey, you'll have a new friend and a place to stay in Hawaii. Ooh.
I mean, Tua, I'm guessing.
Oh, you mean
for Tyreek to Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa family. Right. I don't think I want to go. My wife's like, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii? I'm like, if they move it closer, I don't want to sit on a plane for that long. So if something happens, like, Godzilla and Mothra fight it out in the Pacific and Hawaii moves closer, okay, maybe I'll jump on a plane. But outside of that, I don't want to fly that far.
That's true. People
Is
realize
there a connecting flight? Probably not.
well, Atlantis,
right?
Yeah, part of your traveling or part of the trip in going to Hawaii, most of it is travel.
Yeah, most of it is being drunk on a plane.
What's wrong with that? I fail to see the problem there.
I can't
If
avoid
I have
the
to fly for 5 hours,
sir. I can't get away from that on a plane.
It's not that cheap for some of us. Airline alcohol is a little more expensive.
Again, pregame, and you can't carry your own on, so you got to really pregame.
Pregame.
Mars Bars 805 says, "Happy Marley Monday." I'll take an 805, please, and go Raiders. What's PCs? He says, "Go Raiders." PCs. What if they're Mac people? I don't know what that means.
Pina.
Boo. Boo you, Mars Bar. Chief Skull says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Just left the office and I'm listening to 1580, the Blender for 6 minutes. Great show." Well, it's 1580 the Fanatic, and we're the Daily Blender. And that'd be very confusing as a
although
radio
there could be some talks in our next contract that it could change to 1580 the Blender
all the time.
I mean, maybe, I guess.
Blender. First, the Daily Blender, followed by an encore presentation of the Daily Blender. Next up, the Daily Blender, transcribed in Spanish. After that, the Daily Blender in Morse code. After that, interpretive dance is the Daily Blender, followed by a breakdown of why the Daily Blender is being sued yet again here on 1580 the Blender.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I don't think that we'd get away with it.
No,
I feel like that'd probably get shut down by the FCC pretty quick.
Well, I mean, then we'd have an outlet for After Dark.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of work for us. We're not doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1976, Hank Aaron became the oldest major leaguer at 42 years, 5 months, and 7 days to hit a walk-off home run when he went deep in the bottom of the 10th inning off of Steve Foucault in the Milwaukee Brewers 5-4 victory over Texas at County Stadium. Back to me, Jeffrey.
How about that? Hammer and Hank.
I didn't know he played that long. Yeah, I guess he would hold the elderly distinction until who? Do you know who the next guy was who did that? To be a month and 15 days older? Anyone?
Please don't tell me it's Barry Bonds.
Jason Giambi.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did that with a pinch hitting game-winning round tripper back in 2013. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have said Barry Bonds. I wouldn't have even brought that up because steroids.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it matters.
Ookla says 24-hour blender. Oh yeah.
Mm.
No, he says you wouldn't even sign up for an extra 4th hour. You're right. I won't. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show. I don't have anything else. I don't want to do anything else. Do we want to do anything else?
What did you do this weekend? What did you do this weekend?
What did I do? I did stuff. I don't know. I can't remember what I did. That's not good.
Miss Kim and I.
That's
Miss
either
Kim
a great weekend or a horrible weekend.
Miss Kim and I were in the Costco yesterday.
Oh,
and
dear God,
we were
horrible
walking
weekend.
out, and you know how when you walk out of the Costco, look, you're already in sticker shock because you paid so much for the Costco.
Right, and the super spreader event,
and you've already dropped big money. God bless him. There was this fella on the way out. He must have been about 75, and he had the audacity to ask me after paying what I just paid to stock my house if I had any bathrooms. Huh? How many bathrooms you got there? And I said all of them. And then I kept walking.
he was the guy with the clipboard trying to get you to do something.
Said something else, but yeah, that was my response to him.
Don't telemarket me when I'm walking through a thing.
You see, Costco's made a drastic error here. You put that at the front where people are walking in, not when they're walking out. suffering from sticker
Right.
shock.
Panhandlers and people with clipboards talk to me on the way in while I have money, not when I'm on the way out
Exactly.
without it.
Exactly.
Yeah, unless you're trying to direct me to a sale at the food court, that's
Nah,
it.
no. Miss Kim and I, we had our food court, which, by the way, the pizza is still wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we enjoy some Costco pizza at the radio station now and then in the past. Yeah,
I think it's very telling that no one's ever asked me anything when I leave Costco. They just know.
I think the problem was as they're herding us towards the only one person that's checking the things, because they got the high
Striping the
security there.
receipts.
Yeah, only one person. That's another problem. I should be running Costco. It'd be way more efficient, way more profitable. But yeah, as they're herding us toward there, what was I going to? Oh yeah, they had that guy out. Hey, how many bathrooms you got? All of them.
All right, mind your own bleeping business, buddy.
That's what I should have done. None your damn business.
Me yelling at the neighbors as I walked to the mailbox last night. They had some sort of flickering light display going on. And I'm like, hey, it's not Halloween, you C words. And I just kept walking.
Wow. You called somebody a C word.
I just wanted to try it out.
Huh?
I watched a lot of Ricky Gervais the last couple of weeks.
How did it feel?
It's
The
not good.
tryout? No?
No, it was just glad I was not walking with the wife. I probably would have got punched. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a